I want to present to you something that we've been working on for quite a while. Last night, after the bunnies said that the voice that we were using wasn't so great, I actually played through all the parts that we did again, but this time I had like the foresight, so I remembered exactly what it was that we did, and I played through it all again with a more pragmatic voice, literally the pragmatic voice, and now we're back and we've just defeated the kind of warped and changed Edelthrod. But even better than that, Raven worked long and hard because something just felt off. Well, guess what? I present to you the Bunny Trader. That's right. All right, that's right. That's right. We were able to insert the true Commissar, the most powerful bunny trader the world has ever seen. And guess what? It has also been, I mean, like, it kind of fits, doesn't it? I mean, look at the rest of them. But except he's got a little more saturation in color. He's just ready to bring it. Oh my God, it's good. So overall, I'm thinking, you know, now I'm feeling like things are right in the world. I kind of feel like I was a little unsure about where I fit in the world, but now I feel like this is the place to be. We know what to do. Well, here's the thing. You listen to this beautiful voice.
I always keep my options open.
That's right. That's right. The bunnies said they wanted a different voice, and I have listened. And while I probably would have been okay with it, I know that Amiel had mentioned that this game will take 30 to 100 hours. So I figured, you know what? We're at a point right now where we can just blitz through to this point and just basically take care of it. So this should hopefully be better, way better. All right, that's what I like to hear. I like to take care of the bunnies. But now it's time to crush our foes. I do look a little bit different just to match this incredible visage. If we... HBFT. If I take off these goggles, the goggles do something. And if I pull off my hat, you can see he no longer has the beardage. And I actually kind of fit. I think this is a pretty good likeness of myself, quite frankly. I think I'm the incredible... I am the representative of the Imperium right now. Yeah, that's awesome. Not only did we need to change and put ourselves into the world, we needed to change our character so we could actually match it as well. Oh, well, there we go. See, unfortunately, I couldn't actually put the Bunny League hat or the Neuro helmet into the world. So let me go in and bring this over. Thank you so much for the redemption, Big, of the Neuro Helmet 2.0. I really appreciate it, man. I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, you know, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like the Bunnyman is in the world. I kind of came up with a story. I was like, man, that's a lot of tutorials. I love tutorials. I think the encyclopedia is fantastic. I think it is great. I'm so glad that it's there. And I realized that when I was playing, I was kind of thinking through builds and putting them together and being like, wow, I'm like actually invested in min-maxing and maximizing things and having synergies and all that kind of stuff and looking ahead like 60 levels and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, hang on. If we think of what would the Bunnyman do in the 40k universe, like if I were here and next thing you know, I would just sort of teleport it into the 40k universe, what would the Bunnyman do? Well, first of all, I'd be really out of place. And since I like 40k, I know what a horrible situation I'm in just being in the universe. And quite frankly, ain't nobody gonna read tutorials. Bunnyman doesn't read. Bunnyman just goes straight in and does whatever and relies on pure blind luck. Here's the thing, speaking of pure blind luck, after defeating Edelthrod, we actually discovered that we could level some stuff up. So I'm gonna go through the level ups just so that you can kind of see what's going on, yeah? That's not the way of the Bunny League, it's not. So take a look at this, you're gonna love this. Obviously, actually, you know what? I'm gonna end with the good stuff. I'm gonna end with HB. We'll start with Argenta, kind of like the more run-of-the-mill stuff. They all reached level 5. Actually, if HB reached level 5, all of the party members reached level 5. So what she got like ballistic skill, boring stuff. And then she got rapid reload, which makes it so that if she's going to be pumping out all those bolter bolts, then she's going to need to reload very, very quickly. So the first reload in combat doesn't cost anything. That's awesome. Adira, do you remember when we first met Adira and we tried to buff Abelard? She died like that. You know what? I discovered after looking on the almighty, all-wise Reddit, I discovered on Reddit that she has a standard 5% chance just built into this character that she just absolutely owns herself and everyone around her in the face. What? That's horrible. So apparently when we cast something, we were so lucky we rolled at 5%. After that, we decided to extend the range of her psychic powers by like 2 stealth. Then Abelard, he's kind of a tanky guy that slashes into people with a chainsword, so we gave him living shield. So essentially, if he's got a lot of people around him, for every single person that's adjacent to him, anyone shooting at him from the outside gets a negative 10% penalty to hit for every person he's adjacent to. So that, I'm kind of picturing like Jet Li in Romeo Must Die, but instead, as the enemies are in front of him, he's kind of like, ew. So it goes up to a negative 30% for anyone shooting him. That's ridiculous. So I was like, I must get that. And the best, I leave the best for last, for level 5, for HB, our beloved commissar from not the 40k universe. What we gave him was in fact contagious luck. That's right. So every time we target one of our allies, we're actually going to give them the ability to survive. They got a 20% chance to survive. I think that is so cool. So we're really leaning into the luck of the bunnies here, and we're going that way. He'd be a full metal suit bunny with bunny ear blades and boosters to DFA and retractable downward blades and boots for more DFA. That's the bunny 40k version. Oh my god. I like the sound of that. I guess, yeah, perils of the warp. It was so perilous. Going full lore with luck. Even more bunnies are showing up for the bunny commander. That's what I like to hear. Just slaughtered Edelthrod. We now have our face in the game. We now have a new and improved voice, and the Bunnyman is here. Heck yes. Oh my, that portrait's both beautiful and cursed at the same time. I approve. You know, you can thank Raven for that beautiful masterpiece. I told her, I want you to make something so glorious, so incredible, so beautiful, that even I would blush at looking at it. Well, I blushed all night long again. So here's the thing. Now that we have destroyed the only other heir that we are aware of to the Von Valancia's dynasty, I'm pretty darn sure that we are the new rogue trader, because everyone knows the lady captain is dead. So we are on the bridge of the void ship. So all we got to do is move forward and find ourselves. And we found the navigator. We just have to find the helmsman so that we can get the heck out of the warp, because currently we're still in it.
Ravor, Master Helmsman, system status report. By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing.
The white-haired man with sickly pale skin salutes you.
Well, there's a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
How did you people even survive in here? I mean, I don't even know how I'm gonna survive in here. The man glances around the bridge.
It must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Masters of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then I prayed for our rescue.
Well, I mean, God, we need to re-establish contact, stat, with the Navigator's sanctum. That's our only chance of escaping from the warp. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with the voices and commands being issued. You know, it must be our officer-like prowess. They can detect it, even though I'm not from the 40k universe. You hear someone sobbing, as most people do when they meet me. One of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space.
Abelard pauses for a few seconds before turning to you.
HBFT. You may call me superstitious.
Wash your face and hands. Very superstitious. Oh man, Stevie Wonder's loving it.
You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to not be the Lord Captain. But you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
He directs your attention upward to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase. Oh, what must I do? Do I need to sit on this throne? Oh, heck yes. That's just leadership. So simple as that. Heck yes. What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Bah! Blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Wait, all I have to do is sit in a chair? All right, I'm ready. Let's begin the ritual. Oh, wait, where are we? Where's this chair? Wait, you were talking to us all the way back here and I gotta walk all that way? If they need to see me in the... Wait, we don't even have a crew. There's no one to see me in this throne. What, they're not sitting... This is like... I don't know, I need Spock here, and... Oh, that's not Spock! The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It is taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. Oh god. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain, without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp. Who are you to oppose destiny itself, for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world, pitiful, worthless links ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle. It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. Oh god. A moment later, you realize all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. I got schizophrenia, that's what I have. I always look out for the Bunny League. I'm saving my bunnies. Do your worst. You can't stop me. Theodora lets out a long screech, a shrill, overwhelming sound that can only be interpreted as laughter. Lead them, mortal. Guide them, persuade them, force them to walk your path. You will need followers, for destiny is preordained. Oh god, is this like... Is this coming from my head? Your head begins to spin and viscous drops slither down your cheeks. You blink and you are no longer looking at Theodora. It's the traitor, Voitvir. Just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition, the same terrifying voice seethes from his lips. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy? A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured and the steps chosen, and yet you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the iron world, I see you by my side on that day, the day of my resurrection. The image is scattered by invisible sorceress winds, and you see Adira, her eyes aglow with the same sinister flame. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me. A cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple, the images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. Through the rippling mirage, you see a twisted image of Abelard, the loyal seneschal of the dynasty. The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. Wait, that was the ritual? That sucks. Ravor turns around and looks up at you. He hesitates for a few moments, then dresses Abelard, who is standing next to you. Oh, holy crap! Hey, there we are. Bye, Raven, a rose for her help. Well, first of all, bunnies, well, Dads, thank you so much for the bits. That's incredibly generous of you. And did you see something a little bit new? Actually, this is a great segue, bunnies. Take a look at this. So Raven, I totally forgot to bring this up to our attention. So Raven has been working on a brand new bit emote. At first I was like, what the heck is a bit emote? I have no idea. Apparently there are new slots that allow you, once you hit different thresholds, you get a new emote when you've accumulated a certain number of bits over a certain period of time. So she made 4 different emotes. So this, this is the treasure bunny. This is tier 1. Then on tier 2, it becomes like this. And then tier 3, it becomes like this. And then tier 4, it becomes this. So that's what you saw. So when you actually donated the bits, that appeared. That was so freaking cool. So I'm super excited about it. I just found it hilarious. I think it's like such a cute bunny. It looks like it's like one of those kids in a ball pit, except the ball pit's all money and jewels and cash. I just think it's hilarious. So anyway, Raven, I love you. That's so awesome. Yeah. Ravor turns around and looks up at you. He hesitates for a few moments and addresses Abelard, who is standing next to you.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable. Which means...
Abelard nods absent-mindedly.
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Ravor does not look away. He's giving you a hard stare, his white brows furrowed.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that, wearing a weird bunny hat? Where is the Lord Captain?
As first officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty.
That means we're the Roguetrader, baby. Heck yes. There's a diaper at the bottom. Oh, absolutely there's a diaper at the bottom. You gotta take care of some unmentionables. But that's why he's in a chest. It's kind of like his crib, you know what I mean? It takes time for Abelard to respond. You watch as he grits his teeth, unable to bring himself to say anything. Finally, he adjusts his blood-stained coat, straightens, and begins to speak.
By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision.
I can either say no, I refuse, or say nothing. Obviously, we're going to say nothing.
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Roguetrader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
Man, this guy knows me. He knows me. This guy's like the 40k version of the hype man. It's not very good, though.
The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
Darn straight. And that's it. Take a look at we're Roguetraders now, baby.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von
40k
Valancius
Darius
perished along with her heir Edelthrad and thousands of crew members.
I mean, if I'm perfectly honest, in 40k, a great cost is like billions, not 1,000.
Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Roguetrader dynasty survived. And through the strength
Second
of his
place.
resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
Well, dang. Okay, how many payments are left on this old rust bucket? Look at finances, emits quavering scream of horror. No, that's the chaos speaking, Oxford. Welcome. Oh, it rotates. I've got a fancy throne. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself.
Well, then, your lordship.
You cannot help but notice that the Seneschal does not know how to talk to you, or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. It's really odd. It seems like we've got this voice in our head ever since we met, well, what's his name, Kunrad? And so I don't know if he put it there or if we've always had it. And if we've always had it, I mean, it could just be the Nur helmet talking. I don't really know yet.
You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts half had to be filled by the deputy.
Jesus.
while others go unfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews.
What's on the agenda for the meeting?
Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I am still receiving updates from across the ship and they are not, well, they're not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we're currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of the Lord Bunnyman himself.
Man, he really knows me. I'm ready to start the briefing, some of the officers. With a gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. Consumables. Oh yeah, that's right, bunnies. At the beginning of the stream, we said that we were not going to look at tutorials. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness.
Attention officers, you have been granted an honor. Lord Captain HBFT von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports.
Perhaps you'd introduce those present, Abelard.
As you wish, your lordship.
Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh.
Vigdis Suri Otta of the Ptoleman line, our new Vox Master.
Wow, what a name. Holy crap. What's a tutorial in the first place? Right? Nobody needs a tutorial here. This is the Bunnyman. We charge straight down the middle. That's what we do. Skip all this stuff or how the game works. Yeah, nobody needs it, even though it's one of the most complex games the world has ever seen. We got this, no problem.
It is an honor to serve your lordship,
the Vox Master. That offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain.
Beside her is Ravor, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. I'm glad that we have you, Ravor. You sound a lot like Raven. You must be pretty cool. We will be just fine. We'll be fine. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? Just remember, the end with a hole in it is the dangerous one. Yeah, I don't always remember that. We're gonna need maybe Cindy to remind me. Yeah? The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face gives a sullen nod.
Hey, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me. So rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief.
Oh man, you sound like you're gonna die already. I mean, well, don't hasten to your end.
And lastly, our high factotum, Janris Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship.
Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows.
It's an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard.
And in the second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah.
All right, Raven loves the Omnissiah, yeah? The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the Tech Priest mechadendrites. Well, thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all.
I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain.
Okay, so obviously we have to address the crew. I have prepared a speech for this.
Bunnies, we got off on the wrong foot. When I came to this thrice accursed void ship, I was just the heir to former Lady Captain Theodora herself, with a mad, may I say it,
weird voice. But now, with that lady dead, with me reluctantly taking up her solemn vow to spread humanity across the galaxy as the true rogue trader. Nay, I say it, bunny trader. I have finally arrived with full clarity of mind and spirit. Some might even compare the delta between the Bunnyman of yesterday to the Bunnyman of now to be something akin to a display going from 360p to 40k. Last night I consulted with my most trusted of advisors, Raven, and she worked long and hard on making sure that the Bunnyman is truly here and committed to the God Emperor's mission. After all, who else will look after the Bunny League? Starting today, I understand where my true place is in this world. Yesterday, there were many tutorials. And if I'm perfectly honest, reading has never been a strength of mine. So we are doing away with them. Ain't nobody got time for that. And instead, I bring to you a few proven strategies and strengths that have typically served me well 9% of the time. They'll get us through one of the most dangerous, complex, and dire universes humanity has ever known. After thinking about it long and hard, the Bunnyman understands that in the heat of battle, it is often impossible to watch over every angle and every attack. Because out here in the warp, it is true chaos. As an officer and your bunny trader, I pledge I shall truly watch over the Bunny League so you can all definitely, mostly, come home mostly safely. I will fight with you from all the way back there, probably with a sniper rifle, so someone can keep a keen eye on the battlefield. From this day forth, we will deploy a groundbreaking and powerful stratagem called Straight Down the Middle, where pure faith and pure blind luck will see us to victory. After all, I have many years of experience at encouraging bunnies under my command to excel and succeed. And here in the 40k universe, it is no different. I am void born, which means I have incredible luck. Go figure. And for the first time in the history of the Bunny League, for the very first time, it is contagious. I mean, contagion out here typically refers to something vile and pestilent, but when it comes to bunny luck, I think we can all agree that it's a boom, baby, not a bane. With my contagious luck, every time I speak to every single one of you, you will have a 20% chance of survival. That's like good, yeah? So fret not. The Bunnyman hath arrived. Charge forth. Work for no pay. I mean, take the damage for, well, you know what I mean. I'll leave you with a few words, completely from my own brilliant brain. Here we are, born to be kings. We are the princes of the 40k universe. We are immortal. We have inside us blood of kings. We have no rivals. No non-bunnies can be our equal. Take me to the future 40k of your world. And thus, repeat it with me. We will probably win. And, God Emperor protect. Heck yes. All right, who's with me? All right, cool. All right, don't everyone speak up all at once now. Well, I first would like to hear the Infernus Master's report. Now that we're in the world, we gotta make sure that we establish our dominance. Yes, Lord Captain. The tall young man bows his head in deference. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment, in terms of material losses and crew casualties, has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. Abelard remarks in a low voice pitched for your ears only. All right, I guess. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. Well, I mean, he's an Infernus Master, I sure as heck hope so. High Factotum, what have you to report?
We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention. All lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people.
Wow, I thought in 40k life was cheap. I don't even know what happened.
We have lost more than 2,000 crew members.
Oh, that's what happened.
And unfortunately, this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced but also include trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winter-Scale Roguetrader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the rogue trader.
Especially true, given Caligus Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later.
Oh, I like this guy. He kind of sounds like, I'm glad he's on our side.
And the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planet, rumbles Abelard, frowning. Factotum Danrock, we cannot afford the funds for replacement. Tell the crew to immediately begin rapid procreation. Whoa! Jeez Louise. Drives Master, I will hear from you now. A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under the tech priest's scarlet hood. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah. But its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report the Engine Seer Prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Magus was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. Let them blame it on the flesh. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magus. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible, and I require more minerals. Would someone care to translate the esteemed Drives Master's... Oh, I'm not going to do that to him. I see. Why, thank you. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report.
Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less. But without our Engine Seer Prime and Navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first. A warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads.
Well, I don't want either of those to happen. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject. Then we arrived in this system. My crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a Navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck. A true blessing from the God Emperor. Alright, replacement around the corner, that's what we're talking about, baby. SDM is straight down the man. Yes! Smeeble, that's awesome! I mean, for Tech Priest, it should be more similar to Motor... Oh, gotcha, hey, gosh. I don't know, does this work?
Your Lordship.
Well, maybe not that. We'll have to figure this out. A sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull as if in response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. The words of the daemon that appeared before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I am the will of the Weaver of Destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. I mean, it sounds awfully calm to me.
If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less news, we can go round and round this system till our heads are swimming, as long as the promethium and supplies last. And if any thick as groks lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out. So don't you worry on that score.
Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no able crew. No, Lord Captain.
Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself.
The Master of Ordnance chokes back the words he was obviously about to blurt out without thinking. He casts another look at you before lowering his gaze.
I apologize profusely, Lord Bunnyman. Pardon the fool. That would be me. The ship is in ruins. Every other officer is dead and the Lord Captain is no longer with us. Lord Captain. Fear has taken hold of me.
He looks up at you.
But I've heard of you. Oh yes. Your fame has reached even as far as the Expanse. Highland burials all day. I can't be showing myself up in front of an illustrious person such as yourself.
He adjusts his uniform and stands ramrod straight.
The Master of Ordnance can report that the rest of the arsenal has been saved and the battery is in good order. We are ready to fight if that is the Lord Captain's will.
Of course it is, man. We always fight. What are you talking about? To summarize, we've sustained serious losses in crew members and we require a new engine seer prime and navigator. Is this all that's preventing us from continuing the voyage? I mean, that's kind of a lot, don't you think? That's kind of a lot, right? Dang, I should have played a commissar instead of a noble. He was a lot less polite. Was he really? Wow. So this guy was just a dick? Ashar Naitalomo. I mean, with a name like that, I mean, most people probably mispronounce it. I probably mispronounce it just right now. You know what I mean? I'd be pretty pissed too.
Precisely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving these 3 immediate problems.
All right, well, thank you for all your reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. All right, I think that went pretty well.
Your Lordship, there is one other thing.
Of course there is.
A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora.
Abelard hesitates.
Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Koronus Expanse.
Well, go figure. The Inquisition always comes for somebody. I came across a strange handwritten letter. Yes, this one. It was signed XC. You're referring to the contents of that note, I presume.
Yes, quite right.
XC.
Xavier Calcazar.
Oh, I don't even know who that is. Who is that guy?
Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrichs van Kalox, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in this system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed. But an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the Governor of Reichad Minoris, may know something. That is all of it, your lordship. I know it was quite a lot. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a bunny trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the von Valancius Protectorate.
Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly when he sees your neural helmet, and it seems he's about to offer some words of encouragement.
Adira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. I was about to compliment the Bunnyman.
The Sister of Battle grimly nods towards Adira. The Psycha is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. Oh, so she's going to kill Adira. I mean, at this point, 5% chance to hit with the peril of the warp probably means that she's going to kill herself, so you don't really need to worry about it. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, Bunny Trader. Why, everyone wants to talk to me. I mean, I'm an important guy. What can I say? Adira's glazed eyes rove over those assembled. One word bursts from her lips.
Daybreak.
What? Come to your senses. Bring the witch to heel. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe not that. If there's nothing else of value to report, I declare the briefing concluded. You know what? Don't worry about it. She can just daybreak all day. You know, come to your senses. Come to your senses. You're an important bunny person. All right, come to your senses. Damn it. Adira presses her fingers to her temples in desperation. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning.
Something very strange is heading our way. I can't make out what it is. No matter how hard I try, a single word is all I can make out. Daybreak, or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? I mean, that's all on her.
We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Tlas?
No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, all right? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora is well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. The Psyker's bitten lips stretch into a wry smile. I don't know. Do we recall the fact that Lady Theodora is dead? And you kind of went bat crazy as soon as you knew that, and you were like, "Why couldn't I predict that?" Well, I don't really have the greatest faith in your capabilities, at least here. Well, if there's nothing else of value to report, I declare the briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. All right, sounds like things have opened up quite a lot. Dear God. So does this mean we have control of the ship now? Is everything, all the fate in our hands? There I am. This is how I feel. This is how I feel right now. You can see my expression right here. I'm like, oh my God, there's so much to do. All right, so what are we doing? We've gone, if we hold down tab, you can see we've got the Vox Master. I'm guessing he's standing there like a help desk. If I talk to him. A thin, pale... Oh, it's a woman. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. A thin, pale woman stands out among the rest of the crew. There's a thick bundle of cables coming out of the back of her skull and disappearing under her ceremonial garment. And you see the grate of a quietly humming Vox where her mouth should be. The woman sees you and bows her head in a respectful greeting. I guess I'll try this.
How may I serve you, Lord Captain?
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. How may I serve you, Lord Captain? Connect me to the vessel's main channel. I wish to bolster the morale of my crew. Yes! Oh, I should have given the speech then. What do we got? Do it. The Vox Master nods obediently and presses several switches on the device she's holding. It is done, Lord Captain. All right, we gained experience for bolstering the crew. That's awesome. Unfortunately, not expected before January. What is this? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's crazy. Wow. Gemini Superior? I'm guessing she's like Lady Superior or something like that. That looks cool. Kind of more anime-ish, I guess, yeah. I live to serve, Lord Captain. All right, let's go. We gotta go. Visit Rykati Philia, the prison planetoid. Make contact with a Navis Nobilite station. Land on Rykad Minoris. I kind of feel like we really need a navigator so we don't die horrible, horrible deaths while we're in the warp. And something tells me, since we're a rogue trader, we'll probably be in the warp at some point. So I'm kind of thinking the Navis Nobilite is the place to go. So let's go ahead and click on the map. I think that's where we're supposed to go, right? This is Urac 5, the guide. We've got visit Rykati Philia, the prison, Rykati Majoris, Rykad Minoris, Machine Spirit Keeper, or Unidentified Void Ship Unknown. Well, we are here, I think. I think this is this blinking dot right here. So let's go to the closest one. Love how the bridge is a chapel unlike every Imperial battle type ship. Ain't that the truth though, yeah? Lord Captain, reporting. The heralds of the Navis Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence. Perhaps due to Urac 5 being off limits to visitors, we intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. Oh, so they don't want us there? Oh, that sucks. Oh man. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Oh no. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobilite House requires aid, and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. Whenever I see her, I keep thinking, we require more minerals. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, now I feel all is right in the world. Contact the station again. I will negotiate personally. Oh yes, of course. The Vox relays the cadent sound of grinding gears and clicking tumblers. I am sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply, even after an official greeting by a bunny trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Order the crew. Yeah, let's scan that station. Yes, Lord Captain. The Vox remains silent for a while, but then you hear Static and Vigdis's measured voice. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed Navigator's heralds ignoring us? She speaks in a very particular way. I was hoping she could say, yo, there's still power on the station, and right now they're not picking up the phone. I mean, I'd understand that, but then again, I'm from a different world. Turn back? No one dares to get... I don't know if I'll do that. We will not invade a Navis Nobilite station or order the crew. No, we're going to dock right there. We got to figure out what's going on. And look, it's plausible deniability. That's what it is. We're going to dock on that station. And if they don't want us there, then we'll just defend ourselves, maintain vigilance, and then we'll say like, hey, you know, you weren't saying anything. We're just trying to make sure you're okay, baby. You want to give us a navigator? That'd be really cool, you know? Order the crew to commence docking with the station. Affirmative, Lord Bunnyman. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you will have to look for the esteemed navigator's blind. Dock safely. May the God Emperor light your path. All right, here we go. We got to get ourselves a navigator. Explore the station to find answers. So do we just click here? Scan is required. Oh, okay. I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's okay. Just hit the only button on the screen. All right, we found something. I don't know. What is this? Oh, we can go down and check it out. All right, let's go. Well, we're all level 5. We are prepared for anything, right? Okay, that would explain why people are not responding. Oh my, that is a real thing. Wait, there's still people alive. Why weren't they responding? I mean, they look Imperial.
You dare to argue with your master?
Wow, they look
It was not you whom I swore to
like Lawrence of Arabia.
My lips are sealed. Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning? Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle.
I mean, none of them look like Chaos. Oh.
Nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Wretches, you'll be consigned to oblivion for your transgressions against House Orselio. Immortal Emperor, deliver your servants from peril. Prayers will not help you, servant of the damned. Wait, what? What the heck is going on here? In the name of House Orselio, I command you to execute the infidels. What did they do? Oh, wow, that was a delay. Oh, yep, we got flashlights of doom. People are falling to flashlights here. Not a step further. Master, we have some strange guests on the station. They're wearing bunny hats. Phallic Orselio. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. 2 jet black unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate. Oh, he's a navigator! But I don't really like his style, but maybe he can come with us. And the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of his forehead. Step back, or I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. Abelard, if you would... Wait, what does this mean? Abelard, if you would be so kind. Does that mean, like, go and chastise this guy? Keep talking to me this way, and I will make you swallow your own tongue. Oh my, I'm such a boss. You know what? I think I'm going to tell him very kindly, desist, brother. It was the Emperor's will that brought me to this abode. He didn't mention the Emperor earlier, so... The navigator frowns. No one has the right to interpret his will so freely, brother. But wait, I recognize your coat of arms. You must be a lord of the von Valancius dynasty. Yes, I am absolutely positive, in fact. And since fate has brought such an important person into my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Phallic Christoph August, keeper of this station. So you did not come to offer support to the traitors. This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Urek 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. Man, every time you want to get in a club or something like that, you can't get in,
To introduce you probably oh, I thought it was like Abelard, please. And then Abelard walks up, clip, clop, clip, clop. Oh, man, that would have been awesome. I bet I would give Abelard so many points if he just introduced me that way every time. That'd be great. I'm looking for the Lord Inquisitor's interrogator, one Heinrichs van Kalox. I don't know if this person's trustworthy yet, so I'm going to hold off on that. What is happening here? Where did all the corpses come from? That seems more my style, yeah? Best introduction ever, yes. Betrayal. A most banal thing in the life of the Nobilite, don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Urek 5 and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner. Greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light, their souls will perish in the darkness of the void. Felix falls silent for a few moments and furiously slams the end of his staff into the floor. The madmen have captured Lady Kasia and are now torturing her upstairs while we are idly chatting down here. Help me rescue her or be gone, but waste no more of my precious time. Your words are rife with disrespect, and I will not tolerate it. I don't even know. I don't think so. What kind of help are you talking about? I still have questions concerning the situation on the station. Actually, I do. I do have questions. What the heck's going on? Our idle chatter will not save Lady Kasia, but if you need to be sure of something before you can help, so be it. Why did you not respond to the messages from Rika and Minoris? I've already said Urek 5 is sacrosanct. It is the holy domain of the Navis Nobilite, and it is forbidden for commoners from the world below. We had hoped to solve the crisis on our own, but when the situation spiraled out of control, we could not establish contact because the traitors had disabled our equipment. Okay, I guess good enough. All right, enough. I hope your curiosity is fully satisfied. Well, what kind of help are you talking about here? I would never ask you for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet... Felix takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices blood, and winces in pain. Oh. And yet Lady Kasia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness. But you may actually succeed, Bunnyman. In order to ascend to the Mistress's chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselio. How the hell am I supposed to get that? This is the control rod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part and the other was lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. So we need like a rod and power, right? How do I remake the control rod? I have a phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient of sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement so the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. So how am I supposed to power the elevator? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. If it's so simple, why don't you do it yourself? I never said the feat would be easy to accomplish. The path to the laboratory and the guard room is blocked by the very same madmen who took over the station. They will not negotiate and are not afraid of displeasing the Navis Nobilite or incurring the Emperor's wrath. They bow only to brute strength. All right, I like that. I mean, they can bow to us. Something which I currently happen to lack. Okay, great. I guess that makes sense. So what have you decided, descendant of the von Valancius line? It will be an honor to save the Lady Navigator from her woes. Oh, heck yes. Felix nods curtly. You should hurry then. We will stay here to hold the line and lick our wounds. Good luck, Bunny Trader, and may the Emperor's light be with you. We have a phylactery of blood. I was curious where we would get that. I'm so glad that they gave it to us. So there's 4 of us. We've got to make a control rod and power up the elevator. Examine our awareness, 85%.
Premonition runs true.
The corpses were mauled by a force far beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain, and the hands are fused with improvised weapons, tools, scissors, and cutlery. What? Fused. Oh, hello. We've got dead bodies. We gotta loot everything. All right. A multi-key so we can pick locks. Love it. Left side. Oh, thank you. Just taking a look around. So up we go.
Nothing's impossible for
Hey, yes?
this old officer.
All right, what do we got here? Multipass. Lilu, multipass. This looks like a fight. Oh, that's an enemy right there. And, oh, okay. Disarm demolition. Well, thank the Emperor. We have a demolition expert. Oh, hello, we got 2. Wow, there's enemies everywhere. Are they going to let us disarm? Nobody has time for tutorials. So it's Sister Argenta.
Duty prevails.
All right. I'm curious if it actually has a chance to disarm, or it's just like if she has the right skill, it does it. Or if it'll like
Never doubt
explode.
me.
I'd rather go. What do we have here? The Lady Navigator statue looks pristine and new. Wow, she looks cool. Oh my God, look at her. That's crazy. Well, there's a lot of enemies. I'm thinking there's more on this side. I kind of want to start on this side and engage and just decimate the one that's most heavily populated. So let's, I guess, charge in. This multipass is a detonator attached to it. Oh, that would be horrible, Oxford. I don't want that. It's based on demolition skill. This earlier skill is more than enough. Oh, that's what I like to hear. I guess these are the traders. Yeah. Fire at will for house or Celio.
Will be your downfall.
All right, we got this.
Your ground.
We've got this. We got to start with Abelard as close as possible. He is, after all, the tank. So we'll get him right there. We've got Argenta. Argenta needs a clear line of sight to everybody. She's an absolute beast. I guess she'll start right here and then just like push up to the desks. That might be a nice place like right here to engage this entire hallway. We just got to stay to the side with Abelard. Otherwise, she just might blast him. We've got Adira. Adira kind of gets close to the front, believe it or not. She's got like chain lightning and all that. And then, of course, HB all the way at the back. That's what HB's got to, you know, I'm going to be at the back. That's where I can best see the battlefield. Whoa, there's enemies down here. There's 3. We've got 6 up here, so that's 9. I think I saw another guy over here somewhere, but I don't see him from this vantage point. So we'll start. I'm enjoying the surprised look on your avatar profile. Oh, it is exactly how I feel in the 40k universe. I'm glad that you enjoy it. Raven did a fantastic job. So we're starting with Adira. The first thing we'll do is give a little extra parry to Abelard. He's about to charge right in because we're going to utilize the straight down the middle strategy. We just got to be super aggressive. So right now she's got 3 other action points. This costs 2, but I think it hits our allies too. Because if we target like this, you can see Abelard has a little bit of damage ticking. If we target out here, I think he's okay. Oh, that's kind of exciting. 1, 2, is that just a 2? If I hit these, if I hit back here. I love the increased range that we have. Oh, we can tag 2 at the same time? Let's totally do it. Hail Zard, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Bunny League. It's very good to have you with us. Take a look at this. We do have second sight, so that actually allows us to get that extra range. Look how huge this is. So let's go ahead and shoot off. Chain.
Was that you?
Arc lightning. Oh, that's amazing. And of course, our veiled degradation. So once we cap this out, then we have serious issues because daemons can invade the real space and all that kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and analyze, I'm guessing, the big guy squad commander. The Zverglings. Rush Zverg. Ahead, take no Zvergs. Hey, Kenneth. Good to see you. Welcome. The Commissar must always have all of his men in sight. It's true. It's so true. It's so true. All right, let's just hold. We did everything we need to. Oh, there's a Medicae. Oh, he shot his own. Man, what a noob. I gotta feel bad for that guy. Your own medic just killed you. Oh, it's fine. Yep, we've got cover, baby. So here's the thing. We got to get rid of that medic. Oh, boy. Yes, apparently it's not enough cover to hide behind a little metal rail. Hey there, Hailzard. Welcome. Very good to see you. Hope you're fine. Oops, that was not the medicine. That's right. Well, we got to take care of that medicine, if you know what I'm saying. We'll have Lady Argenta. Might as well get her right on the hallway as soon as possible. It's a really nice position right here. Run and gun don't need it, but we will go with a burst, and I'm just going to send everything flying, and we'll see what happens, yeah?
As the Emperor commands,
shots.
I act.
Oh! Oh my God, yes. Please, thank you. And hold. She's in a good spot. Now we can push up, now that she sent her burst. Full movement, and then we can actually charge right into the boss right here. Actually, you know what? We'll get the first hit on the Medicae. And he dodges. Wow, what a guy. We'll tell you what, let's go in on the cleave. We'll hit both of them. Heck yes. And then brace for impact, because we're basically standing out in the open. And we'll hold right here. Beautiful. All things are copacetic. How about yourself? So far, so good. Everything's going well. No bunnies are dead here, and we just assumed the mantle of Bunny Trader. Well, you know, I am going to push up a little because I am...
Don't let your guard down.
Right now, I don't really have a rifle that lets me shoot from far, far away. I just have a shotgun. So at all costs, I don't know if I have any decent chances to hit anybody. We're definitely out of range. So we're going to have to switch weapon sets to our stubby revolver, which is a slightly longer range. And what's our chances here? 31%, 23. I mean, I might hit my ally. I mean, that would be a shame. I guess let's go and try. You know, 23%. Abelard's a big guy. If he takes a blast in the back, that's kind of okay. So we'll go at all costs, and we'll send a single shot towards 23% chance to ping that Medicae.
It's as good as done.
Well, he's marked, but we didn't actually like hit him. That's okay. And then let's go ahead and voice a command and really buff Abelard. Beautiful. And then last but not least, we'll give another set, another turn to Argenta. And Argenta's actually, should I send? No, I probably should not send a burst. We're going to try and ping that guy and hope for a crit or something. Here we go, 59.
Doubt is for the weak.
And a miss. Oh, drat, that's fine. All right, hold. Snow White got us the Rona from work. Seems now it's my turn. Wait, what? What happened, Snow White? What do we got here? And hold. These guys are way down here. I don't think they're going to be too much of an issue for us, but to Adira, perhaps. The guard defenders are pushing on up. Oh, my God. Come on, you should all charge Abelard. Yes! Send the burst and hurt your friends. That's the way you do. Can we actually shoot this down here at Lightning Arc? We are pushing our... we're pushing our luck with the warp right now. If we ping these guys, we might ping out too. Yes! Okay, we can't do this too often. We may need to let it cool down a little more. Veiled Degradation is getting closer to 15. We will keep stacking exploits on the squad commander. He now has 6. He's got 6 stacks of exploit. And then for warning, we'll just keep it going with Abelard right there. Heck yes. So he's getting that parry and hold. An attack of opportunity. That's huge. That guy had at all costs. So with that, on the next turn, Abelard should get the extra action points and movement points. So he's going to be super juiced up on the next one. That's fantastic. If we can actually push this forward. I don't know. Can she fit through here? Can she go over? I guess that's okay. We'll just toss her over here. My wife has corona for the last 3 days. Oh, no. I'm starting to feel a bit dizzy now. Seems it got me too now. Well, crap happens at times again. Dez, take care of yourself, man. I want you to be okay. You and your wife. I'm so sorry. Well, let me know if there's... I don't know what I could do, but let me know, yeah? We got shots down below. We got shots over here. I don't know what we're going to be able to push. If I send a burst, I'm definitely going to be hitting our ally. I guess we'll just send a single shot down from above. 42%. Heck yes! And nails it. Absolutely nails it. We'll go in and try and send another one right by him. 57.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yes! There it is. Beautiful. And you know what? Do we have momentum? Can we push it?
I'll do it.
And hold. Oh, we got a little bit. There it is. And she's got firearm mastery. Let's hold, though, because we've got enough for a heroic act. We're just going to get that charge, finish off the squadron commander. An enemy down. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll hold. Actually, I'm going to endure. We don't know if this guy's actually going to connect. We are standing out in the open and hold. And on the move, there's one guy down there. We'll use charge to cover extra distance. And hold. Oh, man, with HB. I don't know. HB actually has to move now. That's kind of crazy. Tell you what. We got it. We got it. We got it. We can just kind of... I wish I could suppress from here. That would be something. Hold. The last defender. That's okay. Abelard can take it. He's got temporary health. Get better soon. All good so far. She seems to be over the hump. Her temperature has gone... Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. 3 days, man. 3 days is something else. Adira forward. Do we have the range? It's so far away. We don't have the range. That's okay. We'll just keep holding. And Lady Argenta. Do we have a shot? We don't have a shot. Oh my god, he's so far away. Abelard.
My place is at the fort.
Cover. Hold. On HB. I don't think this guy's going to push with Abelard there. And he sends a burst instead. This guy is so screwed. Because here's the thing. As Adira crosses up here, she gets closer and closer with her range. Look at this.
But of course.
Guaranteed. Enemy down. That's so good. My wife tested positive Friday. I'm negative, but she's a train. My God. It's going around everywhere. Man, that's crazy. Bunnies, take care of yourselves, yeah? Flak chest plate. I'm really sorry, man. Data crypt. Ooh, that sounds fancy. What's the deal with this? Doesn't even tell me, yeah? Holy crap. Oh, hello. Intercepted conversation between security officers. This sounds more applicable. Tremendous honor. Yes, but this promotion will transfer the entire squad to the child's personal guard. The child? Who's the child? By the God Emperor, well, you're a strapping lad. You'll probably make it for a cycle or 3. It has worn down better men than me. What even is the point if your brains turn into mush? I may rip out my eyes like Amos did. Oh, God. At best, I'll just go bonkers like that little stain that kept stealing our Oh, what happened to that one? Threw himself out of a depressurized chamber because some voices told him to. This is... Okay, maybe this Navigator thing is not so great. Calm down. Keeper Felix said the squad will not have to serve the child for long. He even gave us a little leeway. Unlike that fish-eyed be quiet, he might hear you. Felix was the guy we just talked to. We haven't let in a single outsider in over 10 years, but Keeper Theobald keeps finding things to fret over. Imagine the shrieking if he finds out Keeper Felix didn't make us inspect the hangar after Lord Winterscale's most recent visit. What the heck is... I have to admit, I don't know what's going on. Throne forbid, I try to steer clear of the squabbles among the Highborn. Some of Keeper Felix's orders make little sense, like the last time he commanded that we cut off communications with Rykad Minoris for a while. Why would he do that? It looks like he grew tired of the Winterscale Scion's visits. Well, it's always a pleasure to aid the Keeper Felix. If the Highborn have grown tired of each other, let them deal with it. Interesting, because he said that their communication equipment is busted. Is he lying, or was this like far in the past? I don't know, yeah? I'm guessing the... Why do you need Medicaid? Is it for the bodies or the throne? All of the servants perished in the crossfire. Oh. I guess we're looking at the bodies. We have more cargo. And I'm assuming still that the cargo has to do with trade is in cargo. Oh, we got noticed secret things. A gun. Ooh. Secret gun. Yes, please. We'll have to take it. It was a Ripper auto pistol. And we've got a sponge. Oh, meteorite chunk. That does not look like... That looks like a sponge to me. It's like Mr. Clean. So grab that. We have a mutated flesh set. I'm a little concerned about what they have just sitting out here in the library. They've got mutated flesh samples and sponge meteorite chunks. It's awfully strange, yeah? So we actually have a lot of equipment here to take a look at. This is pretty exciting. So if we do a sort, we can actually click here, type in ascending order. I'm thinking we pick up this las gun, because then HB can be farther back and thus allow him to better survey the battlefield and make sure the Bunny League's okay. Ain't that the truth? If I wear this... It goes down to 45. Okay, okay. So you lose 25% of it. That makes sense. But we gain the extra 5% armor and we look so much cooler now. I don't know if that's worth it, but we look cool, so I will take it. We look cool. Oh man, we look so cool now. Flat better. This is an upgrade for Argenta. So her old one had rate of fire 6. This is rate of fire 8. Same range, more ammo, better damage range and better armor penetration. So she's definitely going to upgrade. That looks really, really freaking good. That is so awesome. Go ahead and do that type. I think that's it. Standard auto pistol, scrappy auto pistol. We're looking pretty good right now. And last but not least, the guy himself. He's got the axe. I kind of feel like he should have a shotgun. Let's be real, because he's the one who's up close with everybody. That sounds perfect. We got a lot of upgrades here. That's awesome. Coolness factor is greater than stats. High five, Sin. You understand. That's what I'm talking about. We're all set. We're actually going to quick save right here. And let's push on through looking cool. Oh, boy. Oh, thank God. Man, it's a good thing that we have the awareness and the know-how. Let's back on up. It paused. Oh, thank the God Emperor. Easy.
Favors me today.
Man, it would be so good if we got experience every time we disarmed. I'd be so happy. So let's go grab the goods. We have flesh sample. I'm guessing this has to do with the control rod, but it does make me a little wary that we got more cargo. Still don't know what the cargo is for. We're just looking. We've got clear the athletics. What's the here?
Idira, expected result.
65%. Oh, hello. Got a body. And we have gloves. Plus 5 bonus to persuasion. That sounds exactly what HB needs. That sounds amazing. Persuasion. Who has the best persuasion here? Probably HB. There we go. We've got 60. Everyone has 30 to 35. So if we grab this, we should probably wear this. And then if we need to do anything techie, then we'll go in and put these on. Because you got to remember that we do also have the highest tech. It's not the best, but it is what it is. Strategy number 1. In the SDM strategy, you gotta look cool. Number 2. All attacks will and shall always be straight down the middle, as they always should be. What do we got in here? Oh, hello.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile
Man, so many. We are so lucky that it's stopping us from just dying horrible, horrible deaths. Can we disarm here? Oh, no. Okay, so there's like a link right here. I'm thinking that maybe to shut that down, we have to open this side. Don't go that way. Here we go. We're going tech use 60. So obviously we can increase that when we wear our tech gloves. That's plus 3. Let's go in and try it again. Now 63. Heck yes.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Yes, it is. And back on with the persuasion gloves because it looked like there were some people back there. In we go. Disarm the trap. All right.
Just as I planned.
Heck yes. Beautiful. And in we go. Actually, can I open it? Oh, we can open it from this side. All right. So now we can get the dead bodies. Grab more cargo. Still don't know what to do with it. Did you hear the screams? Move. Which screams? Sir, are you all right? We can't hear. Uh-oh. He's hearing things. That's not good. Now I see you are in league with them. Well, we're the Bunny League. Is this an insurrection? Death to the traitors. What? I mean, we're just bunnies. What are you talking about? What are you... Oh, boy. Can we do anything? Oh, we can't do anything. Oh, wow. This guy's like invincible. Oh, jeez. I can't talk to you? I know, you're all traitors. Traitors, all of you. They told me. They whispered. Hey, who are you? What? What? They told you, but then you don't even know who I am. You just talked about the league. Oh, God. Oh, can we shoot back, please? Wait, did I shoot him? Did I shoot him? I saw my character flinch. Man, I'm good. Heck yeah. I'm like Wyatt Earp. That's crazy. Wow, I took that guy out no problem. All right, we've got scrappy auto pistols and las guns and regular flak chest plate. We've got a lot of those. That's great. One of the kids' guard gone bonkers. No kidding, the Cunningham. That guy went bonkers for sure. Probably hearing whispers from the warp. Let's go ahead and go into type. There it is. We've got these data crypts. No idea what those are for. Doc Bunnyman Holiday. Yeah. Well, we definitely gave him the tombstone. That's right. That guy is now on the ground. Oh, so many doors. So little direction here. We've got... Oh, we have more... Oh, notes. Okay, so what's the deal with this? We'll grab it. This seems important. Research notes. Definitely important. And for Custodian Fortunata Orselio, part 13. What the world? Keeper Theobald graciously agreed to provide samples of his skin growths so we could study the influence of the rebellious immaterium on the flesh of the Navis Nobilite. I mean, I guess rather than have the growth still be on him and then you test it. Man, 40k is something else. What I gotta say. Just as we thought, navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people against corruption and misery. But let us get back to the study of mortal flesh. Another servant will be carried in shortly. I must ready the organ extraction equipment. Wait, navigators aren't mortal? I thought they were. Huh, interesting. Maybe it just means like regular people. Adamantine dust and black water. This was the worst idea that could have entered my mind. God Emperor be praised. I'm lucky to still have my head on my shoulders after this reckless experiment. Nevertheless, we did make an important discovery. The adamantine seems to protect the frail flesh of the lowborn to a degree. Having said that, not even the macerator can handle its temper. So we should probably introduce a more complex compound into the formula. All the data related to the experiment were recorded to data crypt. Oh, data crypt. K040H. I will get back to them later once I'm done with experiment H410K. Do we have H40KO, H410K? We need K040H. I don't think we have that one. Have I mentioned that the chunk of meteorite found by Keeper Felix subjects is completely useless, although its shining granules could be used to make new paints for the child? Yes, I think I'm going to do exactly that. Well, we have the meteorite chunk. It's right here. It looks like a sponge or a honeycomb to me. Apparently it's useless. That's great, but we can make some child paint. Ooh, hello. Awaken the Cogitator Spirit. Okay, it looks like a bit of a dead end. Over here, we have... Oh, we go a bunch of people. And I'm seeing maybe the warp. For some reason, the arch enemy's twisted influence has found its way into the station. Oh! Can we talk to him? Aga. Where is the child? Is she safe? Aga. It hurts so much, the pain in my chest. Well, how do I help you? You've has had his tongue cut off, just like the rest of the lesser servants of... Oh my god, of House Orselio. Humans against vampires, werewolves, and other things that go bump in the night. Set in modern times.
That's how it's done.
Of course, it will be war, and the players get to play some of the things that go bump in the night. Oh, that sounds cool. More cargo. Man, we're gonna have so much stuff to sell. I'm so excited. Oh, hello. Long Laz. What in the world? And a carapace chest plate. This sounds awesome. We'll have to take a look at those. And that doesn't have a penalty, I noticed, to the dodge, yeah? We've got goods. All right. Grab that. And then last but not least...
I'll learn from this mistake.
All right, we'll use a multi-key.
I always get the job
Add more
done.
cargo. Okay, so we actually got 2 new things. This is pretty exciting. So is this guy, the carapace chest plate. So it's less protective than the heavy armor. This is... Oh, it's the same. It's just better. This is just better armor. Look at this. So it's the same protection, but it doesn't have the dodge penalty. So we should go right back up to 60, I believe. Heck yeah, so we got our 60% dodge right here, and we have the same armor. That is amazing. Wow, straight upgrade. Gotta love that. And then we also had a long las, right? This guy right here. 2-handed ranged weapon. Oh my god. Rate of fire 1. Range 18. Max ammo 10. This looks like a sniper rifle. Oh, it's perfect for HB. Man. Oh, this is great. Well, let's go in and use that then. Take a look at that. Long las. So if we look at it, what's the deal with it? Laser weapons effective against targets in cover and targets with high dodge. Additional hit chance. Our ballistic skill's not great. So especially when we're doing at all costs, we have a better chance to hit. And we have dodge reduction. And we have a high not burst, but high single shot, dead eye shot. Man, this is awesome. Wow, we got a huge upgrade for us, yeah? So the last place to go is really this one right here. Awaken the Cogitator Spirit. So what's the deal here? The Cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The buttons, switches, and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. Awaken it. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I don't have my tech gloves on, so let me go in and put on my gloves. Oh, wrong guy. Here we go. Bunnyman now has the tech gloves. We're good to go. The operator's gloves. And let's go ahead and bust into the computer. Awaken the Cogitator. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The Cogitator's insides emit creaks and groans, and the lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the Cogitator's systems. Alright, so it's like working with like a 386SX or something like that. Request data on the station's navigators, examine the log, call for help, switch to the main chamber controls or main elevator controls. Obviously we want to do that, but we need the power. So, I mean, we could try this. Maybe we'll go top to bottom, yeah? Request data on the station's navigators. After a brief pause, the data appears on the vid screen. Felic Orselio, location, main hall, status, alive. Theobald Orselio, location, upper chamber, status, alive. Calamira, Alexius, and Rasmus Esteban Orselio, location unknown, deceased. So Theobald is the guy who's supposedly a traitor. Felic is the guy we talked to, so they're both alive and they're both still where they said they would be. The child. What? The child?
Location, upper chambers. Biometric parameters. Rapid heartbeat. Elevated body temperature. Stress level exceeds permissible limit. Status, unknown error. Attention. Calming procedures advised. Attention. Upper chambers inaccessible. Error. The control rod is not present. If rod has been misplaced, immediately contact the station keeper or the Navis Laboratorum custodian.
You know what's interesting is they keep saying the child, but since they say upper chambers, it makes me think that's Lady Kasha. Why is she the child? You know what I mean? Is she actually a child? The statue didn't remind me of a child, so I don't think she is, but I mean, who knows? Some people look a lot younger than they actually are, and some people look older than they actually are, so maybe she's the latter. Examine the log. The archive data stored on the Cogitator's local data crypt is partially corrupted, but you still manage to access the residual logs for examination. View Vox Report 12AH890. The Vox recording hisses for some time before you hear a voice.
This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A to D are unpowered. The tech grease crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Requesting back...
The officer's speech is interrupted by shouting, and the recording abruptly ends.
Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decompression of the living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage.
Ooh!
Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls.
Yeah, well, stop talking. You're gonna run out of oxygen.
Senior station officers, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winter Scale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply. Cannot be sure it was even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are on our own, so remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor, you hear me? Anyone! If you're in doubt, shoot to kill.
Okay, wait, hang on a second. You know what's interesting? Mr. Felick said that right now their equipment's broken. I want to talk to him again and see if he actually says that, oh, we experienced jamming. I mean, that's very different from our equipment's broken. So I'm really, really confused right now. I don't know is he good? Is he bad? Who knows? What if he's bad and then we're like working for him? That would just be a travesty. The following Vox recordings are too badly distorted to make out even a single word. Examine the recent entries of the incident log. Report X880, originator, classified, date, classified.
The servants close to the child have started butchering one another again.
Oh, God.
An order came from above to have their remains reprocessed.
They say that so matter-of-factly. Shoot first, let the dings bums sort them out. I declare exterminatus. Like, yes! That's the way Inquisition thinks. Maybe they'll let us in. Report X886, originator, classified, date, classified.
The negotiations with the Winter Scales were a success.
Oh, this must have been a while ago because I thought they were jammed.
A new batch of servants will arrive in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative we increase the new retainer's resistance to the child's powers.
This child is scaring me. Report X891, originator, classified, date, classified.
Data expunged.
Oh, jeez. That's always great when they try to hide the evidence. Examine the station's docking log. The log is almost completely corrupt, but you managed to recover the latest entry.
Identity confirmed. Regent Aronto Orselio. Date of visit, classified. Reason for visit, classified. Date of departure, classified.
That doesn't tell me very much. If I recall the status of all the navigators, I think there was an Aronto, and I think he's deceased. Location unknown, so there's that. Examine the security and life support logs. The yellow lights above the control panel flicker to life and a singular repeating message streams down the vid screen.
Warning! Damage in technical compartments A12, B3, D8, and H24 detected. Warning! Living quarters L10, L16, L28 depressurized. Warning! Unable to access the station's docking system. Warning! Energy regulation system unknown error. The station will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Warning.
So, crap's going down, basically. And we got encrypted data. Something buzzes buzzing in the Cogitator's metallic gut. Several red lumens light up above the vid screen.
Required access level, security captain or above. Current access level, senior security officer.
Oh, heck yes, look how low this score is. Man, we're so good. Break through the Machine Guardian's defenses. You easily bypass, heck, of course we do, the restrictions imposed on the sacred machine. The Cogitator's overloaded processors were, unhappily, we kind of forced ourselves in. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. you find traces of the Purge protocol. Recovery is impossible, but a list of the most recent commands having been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness now flit across the screen in a single creeping line. Child delete, picked flow, I'm guessing like picture flow, disable access code, annul station controls, delete, activate, okay, station controls delete. Maybe it's like afterwards, so child delete picked flow? No, delete, you can delete the child. Purge command log. Okay, so no, it's actually being read in the right order. So someone's trying to hide stuff, basically. Exploring the archives for a while longer yields a surviving excerpt from the guard captain's report mentioning the security system had recently been reconfigured without his knowledge. Oh. His comment reads,
Only the keepers of the station have access to the life support systems. But Keeper Theobald had not left the child's side, and neither had I. Could it be that...
oh, there we go. Somebody might be lying to us. Here's the thing. So we know Keeper Theobald is upstairs in the upper chamber. He's still alive. We know that Keeper Felic is down below. They're the only two keepers that the system knows is alive. And Keeper Theobald was with said child and couldn't have access to the system. So Keeper Felic was likely the one that did all of that. So he's trying to hide stuff. This guy's a dick. I don't trust him. Besides, he just executed a bunch of Lawrence of Arabia guys, and then I was like, hi, and he wanted to kick our butts. Return to the list of the available commands. Okay, so that makes me nervous. We might be working for a madman. Call Rika and Minoris for help. I mean, we'll see. I guess we'll see if we're jammed, right? The system cannot carry out your command despite the eager compliance of the machine spirits. One thing is certain, the problem does not lie in the cogitator's mechanisms. So the stuff's not broken. It's not broken. We're probably being jammed. That guy's a dick. Switch to the main chamber controls. What do we got? The cogs within the sacred mechanism slowly start turning with heavy grinding and clacking. The tired machine spirits grant you access to the station control, or at least its parts that still obey the cogitator. Open all doors on the... Oh, yes, absolutely. We want all the doors open, babe. The cogitator's vid screen goes dark, as if the machine spirits had fled their mechanical casket, but your assumption is incorrect. As it fills with static just a few moments later, you can barely make out an inscription amidst the flow of rapidly changing symbols. Data corrupted processing error. Some binary is required. Oh my god, what do... I don't speak machine language. Can we just click on stuff? How about this one? The cogitator takes a few moments to gather the data from the station's active systems. According to the report, this door has already been opened. Oh! Did we trigger self-defense? Are they gonna kill us? What's happening? Good luck with this one. Yeah, well, apparently we did something. Watch the whole thing explode. Oh my god. If you actually translate all those, they each say open and what they're meant to open. It was, oh my god, Geigen, that's awesome. Oh man. Wow, we're geniuses. Obviously, we should maybe we should subscribe to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Maybe they'll take us. The cogitator takes a few moments to gather the data from the station's active systems and produces the following message. The protocol has been executed. The passage has been opened. Oh, yes. Well, let's go in and start top to bottom. I'm curious. Few moments, that door's been opened. That door's been opened. You push a few buttons, but the system rebels, keeps resetting your commands. According to the data, the compartment you're trying to open is depressurized. And the cogitator takes a few moments to gather. The protocol's been executed, so we open another door, and then we return. Ooh, interesting. Curious how that goes. A few manipulations with the switches makes you realize the elevator to the upper chambers is blocked. Activate it. Processing query. Confirmed. Did it activate it? Oh. Maybe we did? I don't know. Maybe that gave it power? Well, apparently 2 doors are now open that I didn't see the second one. I did see the main one. Maybe this door? I think this one was the depressurized one, perhaps? We're going. Oh, hello! There it is! Look at that! We get some more goggles! Grants plus bonus willpower lore warp. What is the deal with that? Makes the sharp touch of warp less suffocating. Lore warp, the skills affected by the intelligence characteristic and willpower. So, interesting for lore warp. I mean, out of everyone, I feel like the most heretical is Idira. So maybe we give it to her? I mean, I already have goggles, so let's be real. I don't need more goggles. She can have some goggles. Oh, yes. She looks so Johnny 5. All right, so the last place to go is now here. Oh, hello.
Let us not dawdle.
The guards... Too many voices. I can hear their rage. The door is open. Come and avenge us, they say.
I always keep my options open.
Oh my god. Wait, if I go back, is it the same? Is it like located here? Oh no. Oh no, it's just visiting. Oh great. The warp is here. They just want to say hello. What the heck is in here? Oh my god, Medicae.
Duty prevails.
Synthetic amniotic fluid pools across the floor. Barely discernible traces stretch to the side opposite the entrance. Well, let's loot everything. We've got biogel, black water, remember that from the research notes, and unidentified acid. So we'll collect these. We've got secret goods. Ooh, wow, those look super cool. I wish I could use them. They're all cargo. We've got more goods. Ah, the data slate. Is this the one that we need? Hang on. They said we need data slate K040H, and the one we just picked up is the right one. Heck yes. The caustic stench of reagents sears your nostrils and broken glass crunches underfoot. Somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory or find something. My god. Dude, I'm telling you, it's that Phallic guy. He's being a dick. Flesh sample. There's a lot of these samples. I'm guessing this has to do with a rod. It's the last thing that we have to do because somehow... It didn't say we powered up the elevator, but I think the elevator is available now because we quote-unquote activated it. All right, what do we got here? We got a guy, Lord Cautious Medicae. Well, let's grab the stuff first if he's not going to be hostile. We've got adamantine. We needed that along with black water, I think. Goods. We've got more research notes. Okay, so the last one was part 13. This one's part 12. And then we have more goods right here. And laboratory journal. Oh my god. So we got two more right here. A journal and notes. And then a bunch of things to interact with if we talk to the guy. They all just lost their minds. Please don't kill me. Oh, that's all he said. Wow, okay. Super useful. Thank you. Medicaid guy. Let's go ahead and take a look at the two. So right now, the new stuff, we got the laboratory journal. Experimental section, the child's influence on the psycho-emotional state of various representatives of the Imperium. Axis level, or Celio T prime. Experiment H4545-1, subgroup low-born male. Test subjects exhibit signs of acute stress. The majority... Oh, it's cute stress. At least it's not ugly stress. The majority perished of blood loss within a day of being placed in the laboratory chamber due to the inability to halt the discharge of ocular secretions or tears, and the body's subsequent replacement of these secretions with the connective tissue of its internal... Oh my god! Of its internal environment. The individuals with the greatest resistance to the sacred child's resonance died several chronoturns later. Extensive wounds in the abdomen, presumably inflicted by a jagged piece of metal. Death was caused by strangulation with the subject's own intestine. What? So I know we need a navigator. And I know that Mr. Phallic is probably not good. But right now, if the other navigator is the child, I don't know if we want to necessarily get her. I'm kind of having second thoughts right now. Because I don't want to die by strangulation of my own intestines. The subject's final shouts exhibited concerns over abominable tentacles and void worms. Oh, great! Hallucinations prescribed to their own internal organs. Well, let's see. They're lowborn. We are not lowborn. We are voidborn male. So, oh, okay. Now they're doing female too. A lot of physiological groups here. Subgroup lowborn female. The test subjects died within an hour of entering the laboratory adjacent to the child's chambers. Most had their tongues bitten off or their jaws badly dislocated. That sounds a lot like the lower servants that we found. He had his tongue cut off. Maybe he bit it off because he was like serving the child, and then he reacted to her. Oh my god. This sounds like a really bad job. Some test subjects lack the physical strength to separate it from the rest of the skull. Cause of death, severe head injuries caused by impacting the walls or the floor. The real question is, was it self-inflicted or did someone do that to them? All right, new subgroup. A paralyzed patient who lost the ability to speak due to the shock caused by a manufactorum accident. Male. What if he's actually healed? That would be a plot twist, right? The test subject noted a tingling sensation in the deteriorated tissue. Oh! During Regent Aronto or Celio's visit to the child, the test subject smiled and started humming, most likely trying to carry some plebeian tune, and then attempted to address the servant who brought him food. A lengthy conversation was prohibitive due to the servant's lack of a tongue. What if that's Yuve? Because Yuve doesn't have a tongue, and he's the only named servant. That would be interesting. So he didn't have a tongue, but he kind of like almost forgets. I mean, that's kind of cool. And last one, subgroup, a defective offspring of Lord P. Orselio pronounced unfit for studying the high art of navigation owing to the mutation of tissues required for installation of the obligatory augmentations that merge one's consciousness with the vessel. Additionally, they display an overfeebleness of mind. Female. That was quite the description. Thank you, Orselio family. The test subjects mirrored the child's actions for 3 days. Well, they've lasted longer than the other people. On the 4th day, the child became upset after hearing the news about the untimely demise of Amos Cantarelli, an officer of her personal guard. As a result, one of the test subjects peeled away several layers of tissue from her face and died from the resulting massive heart attack. The last surviving test subject was executed for attempting to contact the child. What? What? What do you mean? What? These are messed up tests here, and I kind of feel bad for the child. Apparently, she shows remorse for losing some of her own personal guard. Can you imagine? I mean, what if this is happening against her will? This seems bad, yeah? And then we've got this last thing to read right here. This is the newest research notes. More and more servants are being influenced by the immaterium, and it has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. We've discovered the corrupted flesh of the mutated reacts most unusually to the crystals we purchased from the Winterscale dynasty. I strongly recommend finely grinding the reagent to catalyze the reaction. Do not use acid under any circumstances. Trust me. You will not like having to tend for the burns for the next dozen turns in a row. This calls for something more basic. Oh, and one more thing. The tech priest blessed the datacrypt H410K for the calculated number of chronoturns, which means it is no longer necessary to remain near the device while waiting for the reaction to start. That sounds like a delayed self-destruct. That's what it sounds like. And lastly, mind you, we've got 3 data crypts. I think we have all 3 of these. The data crypt H40KO malfunctioned over the course of our research. I should remind the Technomass to deliver the sacred mechanism into Magus Dioctius' capable hands. So right now it sounds like the only one that makes sense to use is this guy, K040H, according to part 13 of the research notes. So I think we've read everything. So now we just have to figure out what the heck all this is. First of all, remake the control rod. Why not? That sounds simple. Oh, was it? What? Wait, was that simple? The Roguetrader has recreated the control rod. Man, game over. There we go. Wait, we have the... So what's all the other stuff for? I have no idea. So we'll go data crypt connector, I guess. Oh, okay. So if you look at this, all of these are sort of negated. Like I can't put unsupported item. It only lets you put a data crypt. And we want the K040H. So I'm going to click on this. There we go. And we'll close it. All right. So this one's loaded, I guess. And they said, I think it was adamantine and black water to the second paragraph. Adamantine, dust, and black water. This was the worst idea that could have entered my mind. Wait a minute. Hang on. All the data related to the experiment recorded to datacrypt K040H. Nevertheless, we made an important discovery. The adamantine seems to protect the flesh of the lowborn. I mean, I'm not exactly highborn to a degree. I mean, that's the only concrete thing, yeah? So let's see. We've got reagent flask. What can we put in here? I don't see anything. That's concerning. Okay. Well, what about the catalyst flask? Okay, so we can choose biogel, black water, or unidentified acid. Well, I know the last one said do not use acid under any circumstance, so we'll go with this. So we've got these two filled tissue flask, flesh sample, or mutated flesh sample, or Navigator flesh sample. Well, the Navigator flesh sample is supposed to be resistant, right? So what if we toss that in there? That sounds scary. And then lastly, transducer. I'm guessing this is the adamantine. It is. There's the adamantine. And what do we got?
What do we have here?
I don't know. What do we have here? Goods. Adamantine dust. What the heck am I supposed to do with dust? I mean, that's cool. Is this, do I use this for something else? I'm really just guessing here based off of all of this. So we'll go transducer. The only thing we can put in is the crystal. I guess that's the crystal they picked up. Oh God, what have I done? Crystal dust. Oh, look at that. Crystal dust. Fancy that. Well, what if, oh, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Reagent flask. Oh, so we go adamantine dust and turn on the device. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. So mind you, the adamantine dust, this is for the water. This is with the black water right now, okay? Here we go. Whoops. Whoops. You know, I did not need that. I'm sure it's fine. Hopefully he's not mad. They lost their minds. Don't kill me. I mean, we didn't kill you. We just kind of broke your machine. Well, talk to you later. You know, I'm not from this world anyway. We got to go find a navigator. Later, dude. Oh God. What have we done? Didn't the research mention black water exploding? Yes, it did. But you know, Geigen, here's the thing. Welcome to the Bunny League. But you got to know, HB only, even though I read, it doesn't mean I have comprehension. Like, nice thing, I like explosions. Here's the thing. Explosions are cool. But you know, let's just leave as soon as possible because nobody needs to tie this back to the Bunny League. All right, I do want to talk to this guy though. This guy's scaring me. Felic Orcelio looks a little better. His tangled hair is now neatly braided. His wounds are tightly bandaged, and there's some healthy color under the scales on his cheeks. You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress her life. Idira suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder. Then she starts mumbling. The crossroads, there are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks so poor and flimsy. They fall at the slightest touch, one hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Tell me more. What paths? Who's who? Who do you see behind the masks? Everything's clear now. Who do you see behind the masks? Let's say the Bunnyman is a friend of hands-on or experimental approaches. RTFM isn't really his motto. What's RTFM? Is that like read the fine print? My whispers are giggling nastily. They will not speak the naughty little things. They say that tearing off the mask is your concern. Well, thanks. Everything's clear now. Hand over the key. Keep the key. I have many questions. I still have questions. You think they're worth the life of my mistress? Who's the child mentioned in the document? There we go. Who's the child mentioned in the documents and reports found on the station? You meddled with something that should have been left alone. The keeper folds his arms and shakes his head disapprovingly. The child is what the station servants call Lady Kasha, for the commoners' dirty mouths must not sully her name by uttering it. You see, it's not beneficial for all servants to have their vocal organs altered. Some prove to be more useful when they're still able to speak. Read the effing manual. Yep, not gonna happen around here. That's why I rely on the bunnies. If the bunnies know the answer, feel free to speak up. Let me know. The servants alone cannot be blamed for what happened on the station. Most corpses I discovered were either unarmed or feeble. I trust you. I don't. Did you really think mere servants could plan a coup? The senior officers are just as guilty. Half of my guards butchered one another because they suspected treason. As for the real culprit, the coup was staged by those closest to the mistress. Destroying the shuttle, shutting off the power, and disabling the security systems, too many things required special access available only to the keeper of the station. That is right. This is exactly right. Here we go. As I'm sure you are aware, there were two keepers of the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald Orcelio, the demented old man obsessed with Lady Kasha and her power, and also the one to blame for the woes that have befallen Urek 5 and our noble line. Here's the thing, though. He's upstairs. He doesn't have access to it. That's what the log said. I saw the security captain's report. This is the one. Only the keepers have access to the station systems, but Theobald stayed at his side the entire time and could not have initiated the self-destruct protocol. That is the checkmate right here. Here we go. Manuals are for cowards, morons, and people who aren't HB. Especially the latter. Yes, that's true. I don't deny it. Which means he did it before the report was filed, or maybe after, or... Felic's stern face twists in disgust. You dare suspect me of what happened?
The one who's going out of his way to preserve what little there is still left? By the God Emperor, you'll keep these slanderous accusations to yourself. I don't think so. Enough. I would not trust you as far as I could throw you, Felic Orselio. I really think it's this guy. It really is time to end this. Felic squares his shoulders and gestures to his guards. I was hoping to find an ally in you, but now you are merely delaying the sorrowful end of your story. Prepare to die.
I'll make an example out of you.
I sure hope we didn't mess this up. Felic Orselio, what's this guy's deal? He's got ebb and flow permanent. Every even turn, the Navigator gains an additional action point. Every odd turn, he gains 20 perception. Wait, permanently? Dude, this guy's got to go. Holy crap. Can we deploy? We got to deploy. So right now we've got Felic's bodyguard on this side. We just have the 4 of us. Oh, crap. Man, we're so outnumbered. And this is what we have to do. We have to take over one side and then use that as our base and attack so that we're not attacking on 2 fronts. So we got 3 on both sides of bodyguards and then Felic in the middle. We have to stay on Felic because this guy is seemingly very, very dangerous. So I'd like to get Lady Argenta in a place where she can use her burst to maximum effect. So none of the bunnies are going to be here. I'm going to stay behind cover way over here. We'll have Adira. Adira can be closer to the enemy. And then we'll have HB, who's very far away from the enemy. We got to stay far away. Better yet, you know what? We're going to be here. Adira can be right next to Felic. Oh, unavailable. Oh, she can't be there. Oh, because it's right next to this guy. Fine. You can be here. How about that? And HB will be there. Beautiful. And we'll have Abelard who can get in on the charge. Let's do it. Here we go. Oh, and he's right next to me. Oh, Jesus. She's fine. She's fine. Shotgun miss. Oh, we're not behind cover. Oh, God. Shotgun hit. Jeez Louise. All right, this is fine. This is fine. We can do this. So what she got? She got the burst. She has what she needs. We got to drop targets quickly. So 23. I mean, she'll get over on the move. I think we might be able to hit these 2. There's the burst. That's what we're talking about. And send.
For the weak.
We totally missed. Oh, boy. That's fine. All right, hold. Wow. This is not going well so far. Adira, she is very reliable at dumping damage on people. We could send the chain lightning, but only to line of sight. That's this guy, but it's going to hit us as well. And way in the distance, they're pretty spread out, so I don't think that's actually going to do too much. But if we're here, yeah, that only hits a singleton. So I'm thinking Psychic Shriek is the best. So parry for our boy.
Anything is.
Beautiful. We'll go ahead and... Oh, she's got the last gun as well. I forgot. Let's go in and exploit... Oh, we can't even see Felic. I guess we'll exploit the guys closest. Stack that to 3. Or... And can she switch weapons? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to shriek. Can I shriek? Oops. Hello. We've got the shriek. That guy might die.
On it.
Heck yes! Shadows start to bleed. What the heck is that? What's shadows start to bleed? What does that even mean? Is that something she said? I'm terrified. She's got the perils of the warp. It concerns me. Hold.
I'll brush this off.
HB's fine. It's all good. We have to get on Felic pronto. So tell you what, we'll get on this side right here. We'll take the strike. Hit with the chain sword. Oh boy, that's not going to do it though. All right, we'll nail him. A little bit of damage there. 17 on crit. Beautiful. And we can... Oh, we're not able to... Can we get close to him though? At least we're going to attack of opportunity. Oh, he didn't. Maybe because he's got a ranged weapon. We were able to injure. Brace for impact. We are surrounded on all sides and no cover. And let's hold. We got HB. So we have the brand new sniper rifle. If we could just pop this guy, that'll be amazing. So at all costs. I do want to hang here. I have the faith we'll be able to clear this side. No problem. And we're going to voice of command to our tank. He's in a a really bad place. And we've got the singleton shot. Oh, wrong weapon. Here we go. Oops. That is off. Hold up.
Okay, up and go. Primary. Oh, can we not? There it is. We got the shot. Single shot, 14 to 20. Hit chance, effective distance, 95%. This is a precisely aimed shot with a 50% bonus to the effective range of a weapon and a 10% hit chance. All movement, point, and actions are gone. Well, how is our chance? 95 here? Holy crap.
I'll make it happen.
And yes! And drops the guy in one fell swoop. HB absolutely leading from the back. That's amazing. Let's go in and get it over to Lady Argenta. She does not have movement point. She does have the extra action. Can she take the shot and drop this guy? Not with a singleton, but if she sends the burst, she might be able to. We'll try 36 and the burst of 4. Oh my gosh, we're whiffing it right now. With 2 Psychers, expect crap to get hairy. Oh god. And then back to HB and hold. Come on, just try to run, try to run. Warp Curse unleashed and a pistol shot at point blank range. Shotgun again, and he whiffs it. Come on to the tank, come on to the tank. And whoa, he actually dodges. That's so cool. We haven't seen that yet. He actually moved on the dodge. That's really cool. We'll tell you what, let's guarantee the hits. We're going to use run and gun. We'll get right up in his face. Right here. And then let's go ahead and check the percentage. 35 from here? Sure, whatever. Let's go. She's moving. She's got the shots. Oh my god, we've got 2. So our first reload of the turn's going to cost nothing. Which is an amazing from rapid reload. And we'll go ahead and dump again.
The Emperor commands, I act.
Jeez Louise, wow, that was rough. And I don't think anyone will hold here. Hold here. We're very close to having our firearm mastery, but I want to be in a better position. We've got a Dira. I mean, god, I just want to drop this guy in completely. If once we attack, it's done. That guy could hit. I'm going to be flanked, but I'm going to move here with the hope. With the hope that this guy's going to go down pretty quickly, or he's going to focus on the tank. We'll go in and send the blast. Shot to finish. There it is. Beautiful. And then let's go and start exposing the main target, Felic or Celio. We haven't actually done anything to him yet. And I guess we'll just keep popping that parry.
Was that you?
And hold. 2. 1 to HB. Man, they're pretty good. Okay, so no need to charge. We've got what it takes. Can we drop this guy? I mean, gosh, I really want to hit him, but strike to Felic's bodyguard. We got to shake this guy off.
At your beck and call.
18. Big hit. Big hit. On to endure. We're like burning through everything we got, and then hold. And HB. Okay, so what can we do here? We need to drop people far, far away. We've got a very, very nice... Holy... This thing has some range. 65. We can extend that range like this. 75, 75. So what I'm going to do... I think we already buffed Abelard, right? With Voice of Command. So I'm going to save it. And I'm going to use the extra turn for Abelard. Maybe he can finish off this bodyguard right here. So he's got another strike. We'll take it. And end the bodyguard. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we'll go in and pump Endure again. We actually get a little bit of temporary health as well. Hold. And now it's back to our turn. So we still have 2 action points. That's totally fine. We're not going anywhere. We extend our range a little bit. 75%. We'll take it. Shot.
Another enemy down.
And we nail it. This thing is amazing. The Long Lance is probably the best weapon we've had thus far. 7 straight to Abelard's head. Our Lady Argenta has to move as quickly as possible, but unfortunately she doesn't have enough to get into cover, but she's doing her best here. I mean, at this point, single shots were very far away. We'll take it. 33. And did we connect? I don't think so. We did not connect. We might as well push that momentum. There we go. And she does have the ability to use her firearm mastery. I don't think this allows her to move, though. Soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to weapon rate of fire. Soldier immediately reloads weapon, and until the end of the turn, their first attack is an automatic crit against an enemy. Okay, so we're going to hold on to this one. Hold on to it. Nothing is more fun than Adira doing a simple psychic ability with no veil degradation, but cause. She has a 5% chance to cause. We experienced that 5% the first time we used her, and she just flat out died. She summons a chaos spawn. Is that what happened? I didn't even see it. She just like fell flat on the ground. All right, we're gonna suck up. We're tucking up. We got the line. We'll expose this guy. I think it's gonna be enough with the Psychic Shriek to drop her. And she goes. Oh, close, but no cigar. No cigar. I would like to just keep popping that forewarning. There were a lot of different peril outcomes. Heart attack, death is one. If that's what happened, I believe it. She went flat on her face in no time flat. Oh, close range. Oh, boy. Where's that burst going? Okay, come on, Abelard. Come on. Just strike away. Just hold his attention.
It will be done.
There we go, on 12. And hold.
I will do my duty.
And HP. Can we get the last shot? Can we get it? 86. Drop him. Egg, yes! This thing just doesn't miss. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Voice of command. We're giving it to Lady Argenta. Because next turn she's going to have that heroic act available. Hold. Orselli's going to move. Attack of opportunity. There it is. 18. Shot to Adira. And Lady Argenta's right behind him. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get the line. I actually want to face her away from us. I don't want to experience this at all. We've got Firearm Mastery.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
So we now can attack the number of times of her rate of fire. I think we've got a rate of fire of 6 on her Unyielding Valor. So we'll send a burst. Wow, we need to work on our ballistic skill. All right, send the Singleton. Can we please hit him? Oh, there we go. There we go. There it is. We've got this. And 2, 27% from here. Really? 27%? Do we have to stand out in the open? Wow, 27%. Oh my. This is embarrassing. Can we... We'll just keep going until we're running out. Oh my god. Jeez Louise. Well, that was great. Can we... what? Actually, what does she have on her? Warp Curse Unleashed. I should probably read this. All incoming warp damage increased. At the start of the turn, the enemy closest to them also becomes cursed. Oh, okay. Well, cool. What's her ballistic skill? It's 65. That's not horrible. Oh, well, we'll see how this goes. We'll survive. If we can't hit him with bolter bolts, we'll hit him with Psychic Shriek.
We'll do.
Poor guy. It looks like he's kneeling. Oh! All right, it was just a distraction. Here we go. So we made him look the other way and then blast him with a Psychic Shriek, all according to plan. I'm so glad. We didn't even need to read. No problem. Well, that guy is obviously a traitor. We dealt with the traitor. Oh, hello. So Armored Body Glove, we have that already. Keeper's Control Rod. Wait, he had it? I thought we made a control... We have one right here. He has a control rod? He could have done it any time. Tactical Goggles, Staff of House Orselio. Wait, he had a control rod the whole time. You know what? I think he just didn't have the elevator powered up. Retobi Patterned Lasgun. I have no idea what that is, but we will definitely have to take a look. She has the standard lasgun. Oh, okay, so higher damage range, does not have armor penetration, but the stats otherwise seem the same. So I guess for unarmored people, this thing is better. 5% is not a lot anyway. I think it'd be better just to have more consistency. So we'll give that to her. I mean, that's pretty neat. There's only 2 of them. The other ones are completely common. Very interesting. I gave him the shotgun. Obviously, that has more damage. Well, a higher low-end damage, but this seems pretty good. Both have a same rate of fire, better chance to hit with a revolver, better range with a revolver, little less ammo, but honestly, this kind of seems cool. Shotgun knocks enemies back. I guess there's like an AoE effect to it, but I'll give him the revolver. That seems pretty cool. Chainsaw and pistol is a classic. Is it a problem for him if he has like a dual wielding specialization? Will it cause any penalties or something like that? Because that would be really cool, yeah? And we got the shotgun. Hope that we didn't do the wrong thing. We're going to go up the elevator. We're like better equipped now for sure. And we can go. Here we go. We have no injuries or anything. No traumas. Pretty good. I don't know if I want her on our ship. The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs stands with her arms raised, her hands deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet misted eyes. Her spiny gills slightly hidden under her disheveled hair twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament, and when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming soul-smothering power. Oh, all right, our willpower came through. You are enveloped in despairing grief, and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Oh, that doesn't sound like a success. Your limbs seem to fill with lead, your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from this station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moment, you master your emotions and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Idira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper. Ow! As if my own little pals weren't bad enough, now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy. Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness, and then she lowers her head and her white hair veils her face. Lady Kasha, I'm here to help. Please calm yourself. Oh, I don't have my gloves on. All right. Heck yes, we didn't need the gloves. She warily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both the sob and the howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you? Who are you? HBFT von Valancius. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Unease settles over her features and she nods cautiously. Pardon my manners, HB. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of great sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint. The heavy-set old man who has been kneeling nearby erupts into low sobs. His eyes swollen from crying dart desperately around the room, as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them.
The child! Lady Kasia, where are you? Sacred child, throne preserve.
Despite his venerable age, the Navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's aid.
You!
The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet-black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils, as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. Oh, great! Maybe we chose the wrong one!
My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Ocelio down upon your head.
Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged, it's making the Whisper shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his.
Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are.
Oh, we've got persuasion. Man, I really wish I had my gloves on. Well, at present, I'm trying to determine what is happening on Urak 5. All right.
I'll grant that you do not look like pirates who have come coveting the riches of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felic's service. So who are you?
Abelard. Oh, well, gosh, I should probably let Abelard do his job this time. Abelard, introduce us, and please don't slap the man.
His Lordship Roguetrader, HBFT von Valancius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Koronus Expanse and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade, extends his greetings.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to give him a backhand.
Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy.
Wait, another?
How interesting. Your kind always makes an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful. And so House Ocelio now asks a service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide.
I mean, we kind of need a navigator. I was already going to ask for her no matter what. What's the curse that has taken hold of everyone in the room? That's a great question. Theobald frowns.
Curse? You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Ocelio.
So, If the child wants to buy things at the shop, does that mean we all want to buy stuff at the shop? I mean, who knows? What if the child is back there? I mean, it's not my fault, baby. You know, the big thing is, I'm honestly, like, I mean, sometimes things are just out of your control, especially here in 40K. Man, the bunny trader finally let go the mantle of responsibility. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft, Adira mutters under her breath. What service do you ask of me? I want to know what happened between you and Felik. Actually, that's what I want to know.
Felik is my wayward student. He came to Urek 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our novitors, Persephone or Celio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy. The renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the Novitor's throne.
Who's the Novitor? A patriarch or matriarch that rules over a Navigator house, the figurative and often biological father or mother of the dynasty. Luckily, you have profit factor instead of normal money, meaning you are so rich you don't even keep track of your money. You throw it out and see how many vaults of currency you have. Man, I like this job. All right, so we can buy whatever we want. All right, let's go. Man, Geigen, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for letting me know that very, very, very important piece of news. Attack, Felik was right, no. How could you lose control? Felik accused you of treachery. Why should I trust your words?
Defending myself before strangers? I never thought I would fall so low.
The old man looks at the unmoving Kasha and shakes his head in resignation.
If the child's life were not at stake, very well, I have no choice, or proof of my innocence. I can give you my word as a member of the Navis Nobilite, if the honest word of an honorable man counts for anything with you. I guarded this station against calamity and incursions from without to the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols. I personally selected every servant, and I faithfully protected the child during the coup.
What service do you ask of me? I mean, I thought he wanted me to take her with us. Hope glimmers in the Navigator's milky eyes. Shopping is your middle name, so if Jam wants to shop, you shop. Keep the children happy. Heck yes!
Save the sacred child. Take her away from this station. I fear I do not have long left.
A bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin, and he wipes the mutated blood brusquely away with his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slightest movement must be causing him unbearable pain.
Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Toronto, acting head of House Orselio in the Koronus Expanse. Rest assured the reward will be worth your effort.
I know we came here for a Navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Yeah, me too. Argenta looks at Kasha and a painful furrow appears on her brow. Such a fragile thing, with such a heavy burden upon her shoulders. You were talking as though you expect to die here. Actually, yeah, he is talking like he's gonna die. Theobald shrugs indifferently.
My service to the house is coming to an end. The wounds Felik inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying, praise the throne. Slowly enough to see that the child is taken care of.
Well, you need help. There's a Medicaid deck on my ship. But Theobald only shakes his head.
No, I am the keeper of Urek 5, and I will perish along with my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to.
Well, I believe I've made my decision.
Is that so? Please share your thoughts.
Kasha will come with me. Let's go.
Good. That is good.
The old man nervously licks his lips.
But do allow us to say our proper farewells.
That's how you...
Wake up, my mistress, my sacred child. It is all over now. It is over.
Wait, that's how he says goodbye? He coughs up bluish blood?
What happened? You. I remember you.
How do you remember me?
Have you come to save us?
Wait, have we met before? I get this a lot.
Child. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Koronus Expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
Another trickle of blue blood runs down the old man's face, this time from his nose and ear.
No, not you too. Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze. You're coming with me. Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
A hot wave of despair that is not yours washes over you. Your palms sweat and your heart freezes in panic. Aw, crap. Am I gonna feel what she feels?
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urak 5, and alas, I have less than a day in me.
Zombie Theobald, yeah.
Allow
He'll come right back.
you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Wait, hang on. If he dies, can we take his stuff? Maybe we should let him die first. You know what I mean? Can we like hang back, let him destroy the secrets, and then like, who's gonna take his stuff? I mean, we can't let that go to waste.
Oh, Theobald.
The crimson tears stain the Lady Navigator's white skin once again. But this time her power does not make everyone weep along with her. Oh, she has control. Very nice. Okay, maybe she has some promise. Say nothing. I mean, I guess I'll give them some time. Who knows? Maybe he'll croak already and then we can take his stuff.
What are you going to do to me?
To you? What about with you? Lady Kasia, let us aid one another. Become my navigator and I shall restore you to House Orselio at the earliest opportunity. That sounds pretty good, right? Common sense says to stay to loot the body. Okay, we can do that, Cindy. I'm glad you're here. We need you for common sense, after all. Theobald Orselio nods slowly.
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself, and it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a bunny trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent. Fulfill your destiny.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Urak 5 is still
I mean, they can come if they want.
loyal to House Orselio.
I mean, we have so much money, apparently, that we can buy you all the snacks you want. Obviously, that's what you want. You can secure new servants. No. All who can be saved will be given succor on board my ship. Oh, man, I'm so generous. I will provide you with every necessity, including servants. No, her servants are very specific. I'm pretty sure her servants are all the ones that can't talk, right? She ponders your words for a short while.
Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an honor for any navigator.
Of course.
Let us go. I can no longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
Destroy the secrets is boom, self-destruct. Oh, we don't want to be there when that happens. Did we do it? We did it. Oh my god, we did it. That's amazing. Well, first of all, let's explore. And we leveled up as well. While no one appears to be living in the cage, somebody still filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. Wait, why is there a cage? I mean, hopefully they've got pets. If I talk to this guy, will he give us his stuff? Goodbye, mistress. Apparently not. Lady Costa's guard commander. Are we staying on the station? But isn't it about to? Yes, you should come with me. Can I take your stuff? The servant opens his mouth in prayer and you see the stub of his mutilated tongue. All right, well, I think I've had enough here. Let's go get her. All right, 2 ranks. She gets 2 level ups. That's awesome. She's got a private library with essays, novels, and personal accounts from trailblazers of the Imperium. I think this is all that's here. Oh, never mind. We've got some goods. And some cargo. All right, beautiful. All right, I think we're done here. Luxurious feast was left untouched. Well, can we bring it? We are hungry. We need food. So what do we got? Here's HB. He gets to have a talent and a characteristic. So what's the characteristic? Fellowship for sure. We've got summary execution. If we kill the target with at all costs, they can use it again. This actually seems pretty useful because I've actually killed the guy with at all costs quite a lot. And then I've flubbed it and it's only once per combat, which kind of sucks. Well, I think I'm actually going to grab summary execution because I've definitely flubbed that quite a lot. And we'll go fellowship like so, and done. Awareness and lore warp. Oh, okay. We needed someone with lore warp. Guess what? Look at that. This is lore warp. What if we give that to her? Then she can really be our specialist in lore warp. Like that. Beautiful. She's got 40 now. That's crazy. She's got pretty high persuasion, actually. It's higher than mine. Oh no, my persuasion's higher. My tech use is higher. So I guess, you know what? Just because I will give her the persuasion and she's going to be sitting at... I'm torn. I guess she's kind of noble. But I wish she had the hit chance and the crit chance. You know what? What if we take it? We've got the logic, but what if we take it? Like so. Does anyone else have better logic? We're looking at 35, 30 all the way across. I'm the one with the highest logic right now. We're screwed. We're screwed. That's what it is. Oh boy. Damn it. Okay. We'll go tactical goggles to Adira. Sure. Why not? Well, let's see. We got Abelard. He's been tanking it up a storm. This seems really useful for a boss, because take a look at this. If the target attacks the warrior during this round, the warrior gains +1 AP once per round. Yeah, this seems awesome. I'm going to grab Swarm and Enemy like that. And last but not least, we've got... we've been low on athletics, so I'm going to boost the athletics, because I didn't realize some of those checks are all athletic-based, and he's got the highest athletics right now, and we'll complete here, yeah? Choose talent. Okay, what do we got here? So the last one I chose was Second Sight, which actually extended the range, yeah? You've got a range of 2 cells or more. It extends your range by plus per perception bonus. Fresh target. When the operative attacks an enemy that's at full wounds, that attack deals +10 plus perception bonus percentage more damage. This seems really powerful. I don't know if this applies to Psychic Shriek. I wish it did. I hope it does. I might take this, because her perception bonus is 5. So that's going to be 5 plus 10, 15% more damage. That's nothing to sneeze at. So I'm going to go with Fresh Target, because we've kind of been using her to just like pick off people that we really need to drop, and we'll just boost her perception even more to help out with that bonus. And we've got 2 more. I like Advice and Guidance. Oh, I missed that. Crap. We've got Ballistic Skill. Definitely need that. She needs that since the last one. And then we got Dash. You know what? Let's Controlled Shot, and then if we can pick up Rapid Fire later, that'll be awesome. Because we've obviously hit our tank quite often, and that is embarrassing. So we shall complete. Thank you so much for letting me know, Gaigan. I really appreciate it. And we got now for Kasia. What does she have? Oh, she's an officer. She's a fellow officer. She's got Persuasion. Okay, makes sense. Improvements, unlock, bring it down. Standard stuff, Finest Hour, and she chose Inspire Courage. So she has, whenever she targets an ally with an ability for the first time in a round, they gain willpower bonus temporary wounds, and her willpower bonus is 5. So, wow, cool. I'm guessing it just keeps stacking. We can choose 2. Looks like we got 2 characteristics and 2, a common talent and a talent. Okay. So, willpower. Yes, why not? We'll do it. Yes, willpower. And then she has common. If we go all the way to the bottom, that's where I typically find all the like special stuff is. These are Navigator. I mean, they look different. I don't know the difference, but what do they have? Oh my god, she's got a lot. Ebb and Flow. Every even turn, the Navigator gains an additional action point. Oh, I saw this one on Felic. I think I'm going to grab this. This seems awesome. Every even turn, she gains another action point. And every odd, she gains more perception. Holy crap, that's crazy. The next one, we got to choose a talent. Let's see, she's got Archetype, Origin, and Warp features. I kind of want to... This seems really special to her. Strange Vitality. The Navigator heals willpower bonus wounds at the beginning of every turn and gains +1 additional wound for every Navigator talent taken. The healing increases by +1 for every creature killed in between. Oh my god! Wait, what? She heals herself? This is like a regen? Holy crap. And it only gets stronger when we take more Navigator stuff? That's cool. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take Eye of Oblivion. Just the fact that the dodge and hit chance is reduced by 10% to anyone in line of sight. That sounds awesome, yeah? And then we've got Fellowship or Willpower. Go Willpower again. And now we're talking. My goodness, there's a lot in there. Holy crap. Now she gets +6. It's going to be a 12% reduction. That sounds amazing. And overall, I think I'm pretty excited about having a 5th. I think we can have up to 6 characters, right? So this is really, really huge for us. Oh, hello. Oh, whoops. Approach the throne. Am I on the throne already? I am. I'm like a villain. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, Welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first. Your heart starts beating furiously. Your breaths come short and choppy and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. Without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassia waves her away. First, I wish to speak with the Roguetrader. Leave us. Of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. I hope she's not mad at me. And Geigen, thank you again for your help, man. Cassia sweeps her pensive gaze over Vigdis, then lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. What do you wish to speak about? Tell me more about the ritual. You will do your duty. I do not want to speak to you. Oh my. What did you wish to speak about? Before I begin the ritual, I wish to look once again into the eyes of the man whose fame is so great it managed to penetrate the impregnable walls of Urek 5 long before we ever met. It truly is you, HBFT, the person the whole Expanse and Calixis sector are talking about. And now, a bunny trader as well. Man, what did we do? Is this our origin? I know we were like on posters or something. After a few seconds hesitation, Cassia lets out a small exhale and raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped. But you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. Wait, how would we have exploited her? As in take Theobald's stuff when he dies? No worries, I love 40k. I've been enjoying the game since alpha, so if I can help, I'm happy to. It's nice seeing how people do things differently. Thank you. Well, I'm very, very glad you're here. Honestly, thank you. I am also deeply grateful that you saved my servants, especially my valet. You've served on the station. Oh, he doesn't have a tongue. For more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. He knows how to properly attend to me during journeys through the Immaterium and what to serve me for breakfast. His presence envelops me in a cloak of amber. I'm guessing that's good. But now, Cassia throws back her shoulders. I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board. But no red. Oh God, do I need a question? Would she accidentally paint blood and then next thing you know, everyone's feeling the same thing? Why do you refuse red paint? I don't know if I want to ask. I'm scared. Why are you asking for the items? Now is not the time to indulge in painting. I don't understand it, but I'm sure she has her ways. Tell me more about what the ritual entails. I am curious. You know what? I'm just going to ensure that all the necessary supplies are delivered to the Sanctum Navis. Cassia nods in thanks. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is opened. I mean, I hear that. And if she can be far, far away from the crew, maybe they will not all perish and weep blood, yeah? Oh, I am so sorry. Why, Geigen? What happened? Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. All right, so far so good. I don't think anything bad happened, right? The Voxcaster in the Sanctum Navis picks up the susurration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence. Depends. Do you like hints to come or blindsided? Whoops. I guess we'll find out. You know, let's just find out. It sounds like they're going to tell us right now.
Initiating communion ritual. Come here, you've.
The exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard. The low sob of the servant. The rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas. The faint whisper of the brush.
Go.
Footsteps hurrying away.
I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance. A storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father, yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her? No. Of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone.
The Voxmaster recoils at Kasha's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Blindsided, he's HP. Yeah, it's true. Voxmaster, see to it you receive 5 lashes. Goodbye with you. Please, lash yourself. I cannot be bothered with such a task. No, Kasha, are you right? Are you all right in there? Leave her you know what? Maybe she didn't even notice, so I'm going to leave her undisturbed. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts. Like wild beasts? Like the... Wait, this is not spelled B-E-E-T. Like they're all like... They're drumming? Is that what's happening? Moaning in pain, their throats raw from the strain. And then, sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. Wow, I am so glad she brought her own servants. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual. Or what is left of them. Oh! Well, so much for those guys. We didn't know them anyway.
Roguetrader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around my brush. Only draws me onward. The way is blocked.
Wait, what the heck's that mean? Less resources needed. Biofuel. Yeah, no kidding. Holy crap. Yes, less resources needed. I like how you think. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric, and metallic clicking.
By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely, even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other.
Oh, crap. Is it the thing in my brain?
Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me.
Wait, shouldn't she be at the Sanctum Navis? This sounds... Oh, well. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Spare me a few moments of your time, please. There are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I want to report on the condition of the station, Urac 5. Had you opted to begin your visit to the Rykad system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives of Navis Nobilite bought us precious time. All right, always trust the Bunnyman straight down the middle plan. We can either send our forces to disassemble the station and procure technological components for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables as we can. Oh, what? We get salvage rights? Heck yes! Let's go! Triple F indeed. We have food for days. I will not stoop to pillaging. Oh, of course I'll stoop to pillaging. Gather any components that may be of use. Oh man. Loot everything, from jewelry to the very last manuscript. Okay, maybe we don't go that far. I'll take the middle route. Gather any components that may be of use on the ship. As you command, Lord Bunnyman. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an Engine Seer Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrichs van Kalox, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for sure he was not at Urac 5, so keep this in mind when making any future plans. Thank you, Vigdis. This will be all for now. As it pleases you, Lord Bunny. All right, we completed one. We've got a new party member. Let's go. Salvage operation. I want to find out what we got. Is there any way to know? Rykad Majoris. I like the sound of this Machine Spirit Keeper. The one I've been really excited about is the Adeptus Mechanicus. I think I'm going to go here to Rykad Minoris. Let's go. What's up? What happened? Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the ward room, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Kasia to the deck. Oh, is she causing problems already? Jeez Louise. I guess wherever she is, just existing causes problems. If you want to know some of the lore of what she was talking about, one of the main planets the Imperial Guard recruits from, called Cadia, has fallen and been destroyed in the timeline. And in the process, a great warp rift called the Cicatrix Maledictum has split the Imperial world in half, causing travel by warp to be very difficult since old paths have changed. Oh, that's the blackness? So she just saw all this blackness because the whole world just perished and was taken out. Called has fallen, been destroyed in the... Oh my god. That sounds a lot like Star Wars and the Death Star, yeah? Thank you so much. Of course I want to know lore. Lore's awesome. I mean, this whole game is like a lore, yeah?
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
The Lady Navigator is engrossed in perusing the dusty tomes, which appear to have been neglected by the other officers, be it because of sloth or dullness of mind. When you walk closer, Kasia looks up at you, starts, and hides a weathered book behind her back. I mean, she can keep the book. Point at the book. I see you're fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye.
Wait, this one, or this one?
Every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
Well, good. Maybe the rest of the crew will be happy all of a sudden, yeah? Yeah, navigators travel by seeing basically a giant beacon that the Emperor psychically sends out, like a big lighthouse. But the Cicatrix Maledictum has completely blocked her from seeing it easily, since you're on the opposite side of the Cicatrix Maledictum. Oh my god. And in the process, a great warp rift called the Cicatrix Maledictum has split the Imperial world in half. Oh my god. Wow. That sucks. And we're on the opposite side. And I'm guessing it's far away, which means it's going to be a while, and we're not going to be on the opposite. So how will she navigate? I'm curious if navigators, in a way, can recognize other landmarks. Kind of like, let's say you're on an old ship and you're navigating by the stars, if there are other markers out there other than the Emperor's Light. This will be really interesting. Thank you so much for the context, yeah?
Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own.
She did have her own library.
Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or
Oh, that's
another.
boring.
Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Kasia gently brushes the dust off the cover with her thin clawed hand, her eyes filled with longing after reminiscing about her lost home. Well, you know what? She's more than welcome to read all the books, because HB strength is not in reading, right? The events that took place on Urak 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Wow, she's rather resilient. That's great. Your only attendant is your valet. I'll say, I hope you have had ample time.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others.
She talking about me?
Far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility.
Sorry.
But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior in your question just now insulting.
Something tells me she still did. Jeez. Do my servants not measure up to your standards? The only thing left.
No. It is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
I mean, she kind of had to bring a +1 because all of her other servants just died. Kaja cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of navigators often becomes the topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is unsurprising, then, that Kaja prefers the company of one who is used to how she looks.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying? You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
Am I not supposed to?
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
I mean, that's fine, but I don't understand. See, I'm beginning to think that the feelings I have for you are far more complicated than common sympathy. That sounds very innuendo-ish. You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad. It's just as natural to share them with others. I mean, that's true too. Quite right. So I would ask that you mind what you say. From now on, my God. It's indeed difficult for me to feel empathy for a mutant. However, the crew's well-being hinges on that of its navigator. I don't know. I'm the one wearing a bunny hat. I believe the conversation has reached its natural conclusion. I was going to say it's just natural to share them with others.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station. Of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
She places a hand on her breastplate. I mean, my guess is she's just not used to loss yet. I mean, she knew them for a very long time and they were part of her family and then they're gone. So she's probably sad and she's just not used to it. Oh boy, HB, never lose the night. Wait, what? What did I do? 5 slashes for you as well. No, I didn't ask the guy to slash anything.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation.
I wonder why she hasn't had much emotional experience.
Set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is
well, I
a
guess,
treasure trove
yeah, I
of
guess she's had a pretty
remarkable artifacts and
lopsided
curiosities.
relationship, just servants and
Imagine
stuff.
beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
I mean, I don't find it, I don't find it like, I'm not like picking on her. I guess it's just interesting to see what are her experiences, right? It's kind of cool. It's funny if you actually try to flirt with her. She was thinking you were hitting. Oh, she did? I wasn't trying to. Wait, let's see. I would not dare to make fun of a lady's feelings, especially not one who has captivated me since I... Okay, that's a little more forward. See, I recognize that. I would rather we find amusement elsewhere, perhaps in the privacy... Oh, okay, that's also forward. What I find childish is your manner of addressing me, as if I were your friend, and your mistaken belief that anyone here would be interested in hearing about your emotional turmoil. Oh my God. Wow, these are all very dickish. I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago. I mean, that's true. I'm not in the habit of finding amusement at the expense of my people. Just remember to keep your emotions in... Oh my God. See, it started off well, and then it ended badly. I'm afraid I must return to my duties. Oh, and that's bad too, because you just walk away and don't acknowledge. I understand what you're going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I
mean, it doesn't really matter.
Known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private.
Not really.
My word.
Dude, the guy standing right here.
So full of officers. Why did they all leave?
I mean, first of all, I guess I can understand. She was kind of like the princess, you know what I mean? So her idea of private is like 1 servant instead of 20. You know what I mean? But it doesn't feel very private to me. If I may be so bold as to presume my subjects must have found themselves overcome by your rare beauty. As I have. Oh my God. Yeah, let's not do that, Amiel. Let's not do that. Is it so bad that we're enjoying each other's company? Or would you prefer to proceed straight to my chair? Again? My God. How many times are we gonna...
I do not tolerate idlers on this ship, and my officers know it well, because they get 5 lashes. In fact, I don't even bother, they lash themselves. Perhaps my people did not wish to disturb you. I mean, that's probably the most logical conclusion. I'm afraid I must return to my... We are so single-tracked minded. I like the fact that we can always invite her to do stuffs, and then we can always just walk away and not want to deal with any emotional discussions at all. You know what? I'm sure my people just did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them.
Wow, you just jumped to conclusions.
Then I must take my leave as well.
What?
I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
I feel like she took that the wrong way, but you know what? She's getting back to business. I'm okay with that. Go with one YOLO. Why the heck not? Nickname her Raven and run. Yep. No need here. This is fine. I don't know. It just feels weird. Okay, we're good. We're good. This is great. We are on the ship. We're ready to go. We're all alone, though. I don't know why. To the Void Ship Bridge. That's where we belong. On the bridge. The vessel stands ready, Lord Captain. Well, we gotta go to the Koronus Expanse. We'll continue to Rykad. Hopefully we aren't disturbed. Oh, we are disturbed. Lord Captain, I heard you. Sorry to disturb you, even though you hoped that you would not be. Vigdis pauses, as if listening to something. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Versarian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. Oh my god, there's a lot of events on this. I have no idea. All right, Abelard, what did you do? Multiply. Multiply what? The everyday sounds of the bridge are disrupted by voices raised in anger. Abelard's voice the loudest of all. This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a high-born brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. The young woman standing before Abelard strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters but then manages to look him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence toward a higher-ranking officer will be logged on your personal file without delay. Lord Captain, Lieutenant of Relevant, requesting permission to speak. Vent falls silent, and then adds rashly. On a matter of extreme importance and urgency. Oh my god, wow. Look, I will listen to what you have to say. Speak up, Lieutenant. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. But I'm convinced this step is unwarranted, and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Vent is almost trembling with tension as she delivers her speech, her face extremely pale. Abelard, in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical, huh. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Versarian. Oh, wow, with him there. And to intervene in what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we will have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. Vent reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She's clearly been preparing to say them for some time. When she's finished, she casts an anxious glance at Abelard, then at you. Wow, I keep wanting to punch Abelard. Oh, crap. Right, Tank? Wait a minute, hang on. How did all of this start? The situation could boil over at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive, but the search has brought tensions between enforcers and workers to a head. Alright, so where does Seneschal Versarian come into all this? I shall explain, Abelard. Abelard intones grimly. I beg you to hurry, time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself, so Of course. When I received information about cultists hiding on the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valancius will find refuge on her ship. You were far too heavy-handed, Seneschal Vazarian. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors. It's driven the people to the brink, Vent says bitterly. Now there's a strike on the lower decks, in Depot 4 to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection. But when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. I mean, that sounds pretty... it sounds right on the money to me. I don't know. Damn it, man. Stop trying to put people down on the ship. We need crew as it is, right? Seneschal is meant to guide and help, not screen decisions. Well, let's see. Abelard, what do you have to say to all this? I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain, go down to the lower deck, stop the assault unit, speak directly to the people. You will see they're not lying or harboring heretics. That way you'll stop the uprising before it begins. Oh boy. What is Depot 4? Is it like an explosives bay or something?
Depot 4 is one of the poorest sectors on the lower decks. It is home to clans of general laborers. They are not as valuable to the ship as the families who have served its specialized systems for generations. They are an easily replaceable resource, and one which is now more besides giving succor to cultists and minions of the arch enemy.
Depot 4 is poor and troubled. But at worst, that means drunken fights and illegal rotgut brewing. We've handled the workers of Depot 4 in the past. We would have done so again if the crackdown on Depot 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. It's located on one of the most populated lower decks, and everything that happens there has a knock-on effect on all the neighboring sectors. Wow, we need to make her head of security. She understands the people. I've heard enough. I'll go down to the lower decks. I'm certain the Seneschal was acting within authority, but I will verify the soundness of its decision. The matter is not worth the rogue trader's time. I mean, I'm certain he was acting within his authority, but I want to verify it still, yeah? Throne preserve you, Lord Captain. I thank you for your support.
Abelard grits his teeth slightly. An enterprise bordering on the sophomoric would please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you.
Hey, if there's danger, go for it. Oh, we got a fight on our hands. Oh, wow. Is this an actual thing or like a fight? Oh, here we are. So it's pretty fast. These are all workers. Hey, it's Vazarian. Take that, scum. A good thing he has a helmet. Oh, did you spill acid? This is all his fault, all of it. Wow. Abelard reflexively wipes the sweat from his brow in a startlingly human gesture, and a telling one. A rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through his armor-like veneer of self-assurance.
The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret we cannot replace all the locals with servitors.
Wow! Let's keep moving. We need to get to the bottom of this. I think we'll just go stay focused on the objective. Let's see, assault unit. And yes, sword class frigate has a crew 2,600. Oh, 2,600 or 26,000? The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Avril Vent of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of a heavily built assault unit officer, and judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and has now reached boiling point.
I have my orders to put an end to the unrest and purge this sector.
You can take your orders and shove them. This is my deck, my sector. There are only 3 people who can waltz in here without my express permission. The first officer, the bunny trader, and the Emperor himself.
So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears.
Abelard mutters in crabby approval. Ha! There you go, Abelard. She listens. He does not clarify whether he means Lieutenant Vent, the officer looming over her, or both. 2,600, but given the specialized work, I assume at least one more zero added on for replaced servitors. Can you loot your own ship for profit? I sure hope so. We don't even need profit, but we'll get the profit factor anyway. Your lordship,
Noticing you, the two junior officers snap to attention and salute, their subordinates following suit a moment later. Once a situation, I want to speak to the strikers. We encountered some locals on our way. Their conduct was outrageous. I give the assault unit permission to open fire. We'll crush the seeds of insurrection with full... Holy crap! Wow, we're not joking. I want to speak. What's the situation? Your lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. Well, I want to speak to them. What's going on? Abelard's mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Hope gleams in Lieutenant Vent's eyes. Oh, they got out of the way? Oh, boy. Oh, they've got guns. Oh, it's happening. What's happening? Lower deck rabble. Greetings, your graces. A dozen pairs of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. They have 26,000 crew. It's also 1.6 kilometers long, so almost 1 mile long. Oh my god. Hey, you could definitely go for a run on that. A whisper passes through the crowd and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd, an elderly woman and 2 men. These must be the leaders. They bow clumsily before you. Lord Captain, you've come down to us. Tell me what's troubling you. Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship, says a tall, thin man in worker's garb. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Rivet, snaps the old woman who turned her hostile dark eyes on you. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to hold bays for a week at a time. So we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs, all because of those enforcers. The old woman spits on the floor and rubs at the spittle with the toe of her worn-out shoe. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes. Aw! When the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself. God, I like her a lot. Imagine the crew size on a battleship. This is a frigate, not the smallest ship. Oh god. It's all true. Vent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amidships and has no fellow feeling toward us. The grim man with a scarred face throws up his arms. Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. The persecution started apropos of nothing you say. I was told one of you was found in possession of a cultist amulet. There are heretics hiding here. I will mention the cultist amulet. Maybe they have an explanation. A cultist amulet? What is that? The goo-gaw they found on the dead drunkard. If it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. How could there be heretics here? We know our own people. There have been no new faces around. Definitely not. And if there were, we'd be the first to report them. And as for this amulet, or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with, nobody's ever tread these decks in boots so fine. I can tell you that. Seems to me these cultists have better commanders than us. Oh yeah, those boots really were fine. There was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor. When we're working, we bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers and the servo motor. I'm the same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your lordship, we're people of faith.
Naive children. Weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of the arch-enemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector was just after I'd had my third little one. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not there? Or the scavenger who brought evil down on himself and his neighbors? Argenta beat Al's butt, please. Abelard, do you have anything to add? We were attacked. What changes do you want? Would you look at this? The exalted Lord Bunnyman himself is asking us Bildrats what we want. Well, here's what. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers, to quit turning off the heat, and to stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here. We want to be armed. Give us arms, we'll govern ourselves, we'll defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here. You've gone too far, old Nan. They'll never let the maggots on the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist bodies and we'll talk to them, one lower deck to another. If there are any more of those damned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourselves and your clan. I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns his back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before. All because we dared to speak out. The tall worker's eyes dart between the two arguing leaders, and every few seconds he opens his mouth as if planning to agree, but each time he falls silent, simply making a few vague noises of approval. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw the demands, we'll consider the rest. Yeah, I think I'll go with that, yeah. The tall worker they call Rivet shrugs and casts a sidelong look at the old woman. Old Nan, listen. Listen! The Lord Captain himself has come down to us as offering concessions. I don't know a single person in the whole of Depot 4 who's ever stood next to the Bunny Trader, let alone talk to them. Back down. Now's no time for you to be a stubborn old crone. Listen to us, old Nan. The 3 clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. The old woman hisses in dissatisfaction. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. That's great, just fantastic. Lord Bunnyman, we've all agreed. Then it's... Do you have any thoughts? Let's not involve Abelard. It's decided the persecution will stop. I will expect you to assist in locating any remaining amulets or weapons left by the cultists. Yeah, let's do it. Your lordship, thank you. You have not abandoned us lower deckers. You came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. Wow. Of course, your lordship. We'll root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and we'll leave no stone unturned. This is complete bedlam. Are you satisfied, Lord Captain? Then may I suggest we leave this circus and discuss everything en route. I guess we'll find out if that was right. Maybe there is going to be horrible things happening. Stopping unexpectedly, Abelard imperiously dismisses the unit to stand at a distance and addresses your other companion, saying, I have an urgent matter to discuss with the Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Oh boy. Abelard looks at you and his last vestiges of restraint vanish. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Bunnyman? You kowtowed to the disloyal rabble. You believed their lies and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, that rabble will welcome them in with open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like, because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how you see your future at the helm of the Von Valancia's protectorate? Let's talk about your role in this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen. Your actions practically guaranteed it would.
I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene, Abelard says irascibly. Remember Lord Captain Theodora. Do you think she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers while she dedicated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate, as any true strategist and bunny trader ought. Well, maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. Oh! Damn! Jeez, there's a new Lord Bunnyman aboard this ship now. I will not repeat her mistake. Wow! I would be only too willing to trust in my seneschal and not fill my head with such matters. But the situation had spiraled out of your control, Abelard. This sounds a lot like...
You have failed me for the last time, Abelard.
Wow. Give me a reason why I should continue listening to your advice and trusting your judgment. Right now, I don't see any. Whoa! We're badass. Loyalty's a two-way street. Maybe if Theodora had spent more time on trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. There's a new Lord Bunnyman around. I will not repeat her mistake. Abelard looks at you, stunned, and exhales loudly. Then he nods curtly. I commend your decisiveness, but I am uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And Abelard stands straight at attention. I lost my temper, Lord Bunnyman, and I believe I ought to explain myself. Abelard speaks slowly, the words not coming easily to him. The prosperity of the von Valancius Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods, to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire Protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, well, everything that had been built over years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what is happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible. And to do that, I must insulate you from problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirements. Poor guy. Wow. Poor guy. Theodora trusted an established procedure and she died. I won't make the same mistake. If you want to keep building the future of the von Valancius Protectorate with me, stop living in the past. Or, I understand, but you need to learn how to respect me as your Lord Captain and Rogue Trader. Accept it. Start living in the new world. A world where Theodora is gone, and where you and I have new decisions to make. Wow, there's a lot of decisions. The prosperity of the von Valancius Protectorate is just as important to me. You are the only person who has comprehensive knowledge of how things are run on this ship. I think in the future I will follow your recommendations. I wish I could give him acknowledgement, but I also don't want to always have to follow his recommendations. I value what Theodora created, and I trust the situation is an aberration in the ship's otherwise smooth operation. Since the established procedures are working, I see no reason to change them. I've seen plenty of sentiment and hand-wringing in recent days, but very little competence. I have no plans to rely on your judgment or your tried and tested procedures in the future. Okay, so I wish we could combine parts of 3 and 4 with some of the stuff at the top, as in like, hey, under your command, things have run. Things work. But you know what? Right now, we can't live in the past. We have to look at what is in the present and the now. So let's talk about it. But right now, we just kind of like one way or another. But I love the breadth of opportunity that they provide the player, yeah. See, I understand, but you need to learn how to respect me, accept it, and start living in the new world, a world where Theodora is gone. Yeah, I think that's probably the best, because this one is like, established procedures aren't inherently bad, and then we're saying, oh, she trusted in established procedures and she died. That's not why she died. I mean, at least I don't think so. So I think, too, you're correct, yeah. Let's go. Abelard solemnly inclines his head.
Yes, Lord Captain.
After a moment's silence, he adds, looking at you with interest.
Your resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment should my old habits ever begin to creep back in. And if I were ever a damned racist again. And now, please, let us leave the lower decks. If the rogue trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places.
All right, we did it. Thank you for your help, bunnies. We came out successfully, and we now have a reformed Abelard.
Rise to the top.
Oh, we get a level up? Oh my god, wow. Holy crap, we leveled up again. It's like the last thing. Okay, I swear, I'm trying to get over to the next area. So let's go ahead. We just need to continue. We need to get there, and then we'll wrap on up. Oh, hey, hopefully we're not dead. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Oh, do we have another event? Okay, maybe we'll wrap up after this. Your eyelid grows heavy, and the quill you've been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. Oh, are these all the people I've killed? I mean, are these all the people who want to support me in this endeavor? You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here, in your study. You stand up and stare at the dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who died on the ship's bridge and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Conrad Voigtveer's weapon, slips into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing it around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. Step back or else, or kneel before the rogue trader. Your lives belong to me. Oh my god, stop. I did not wish for any of you to die. I think, yeah, we'll go with that. Bunnies of gluttony, seriously, stop. I did not wish for any of you to die. The dead remain deaf to your words, creeping ever closer with the inevitability of death itself. You belatedly realize your trembling hand has found the shard when its razor-sharp edge cuts into your palm. Crap. An unbearably bright light floods everything around, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions. What? We command the dead? Wow, we're so cool. Their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon. A skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design like a scimitar, and an unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye. Oh, joy. I don't want it anymore. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guess. The tapestry is woven. The path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. Yes, master. Nope. I am the sword's master, not its servant. Remember that. Throw the daemon blade away. Yep, we're tossing it. We're going. It's gone. Your body refuses to obey your mind. The handle feels as if it has become one with your hands, and the gaze of the demonic eye sets your very soul ablaze. Resisting your fate is futile. Locutus of Borg. No. Sorry. Wrong series. You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. You awaken from the vision, kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces and the image of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. You would rather die than touch that thing again. Oh, the blade shard! We picked this up we went to Lady Theodora's area. Interesting. Rather die than touch that thing again. So you reach a shaking hand for your Vox and call for a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the Void. Oh, we got rid of it in the Void? Oh my, wow. Saber or cutlass? Do you get a cutlass or something like that? Wow, that's terrifying. Von Valancius, Lord Captain's personal coach. Oh my god, there's so much to this game. I think we better wrap it up because we're past time and I didn't think it would go on. This is crazy. I love this game. Bunnies, thank you so much for all your help. Thanks so much for hanging out. This has been a lot of fun. I'm so glad that the Bunnyman is now in the game. So I'm very, very excited about this. We got another companion. We have Lady Kasha added to the fold. And as I understand it, you can have up to 6 members. So we're missing at least just one and obviously even more than that. So I'm very, very excited about it. I really dig it so far and I can't wait to get into it again. So actually the next time we're going to be streaming is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be back with Warhammer 40k Roguetrader. And I can't wait to find out what happens next. I hope we end up meeting the Adeptus Mechanicus. That's going to be awesome. Rave's going to be ecstatic. So if you'd like to hang out until the end of the music, we'll go ahead and give someone a nice raid. I had a total blast. I hope you did as well. And I can't wait to get into the next one with you. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a good night.